All right. We're all the way live, baby. Christmas Eve still, at least here where I am. Might be Christmas morning where you are right now. Might be well into Christmas Day where you are right now. But who gives a shit? The designated Scrooge of Beertube is having a hangout. And there might be some other people on. Some people showed interest, including my compatriot on the podcast, Paul. And maybe a couple of the other irregulars might show up. So who knows? Maybe something will happen. Maybe you'll be looking at a drunk guy in a wrestling mask for a half hour before he decides to say, fuck you all, and go watch Die Hard or something. Could happen. We'll see what happens. I've got the... Oh, look, there he is.
Yes, I had to do a very odd way to get into the Hangout. Hey. I actually had to go to Hangouts, throw it in the comment section of our personal chat, and then click on link then, and then it worked.
Oh, wow, okay.
It is completely screwed in every way possible, but it worked.
So there's a workaround for all you idiots out there.
Yeah.
Paul just solved your problems.
Yeah, it's amazing. I don't even know how I did it, but there you go.
Awesome. So how you doing, sir?
Pretty good. I was just watching a lot of featurettes of low budget films.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So I take it you don't have the daughters over tonight?
No daughters?
Yeah.
No kids tonight. They're with their mother. So I won't see them till tomorrow.
Yeah.
I got demanded. She got demandy on the time, so I was like, whatever. No, whatever. Mm-hmm. Suit your boat.
That's cool. So what are you drinking?
Right now, I'm actually drinking a Berwick Lager.
Okay.
A nice, simple Berwick Lager.
I'm about to jump into Propeller's Double IPA.
Ooh, I have an IPL open up next.
Oh, nice.
I actually had an IPA recently from Pizza Port when I was I got it's kind of embarrassing and awesome at the same time. I've only been on 3 dates in my whole life. I don't date, So I got set up on a date, right? And I got stood up.
Oh,
fantastic, right? Fucking right. No call, no show. But when I was there, I had a Pizza Port's front slide lip slide, which is like it was like a super juicy kind of just nice sessionable IPA. And when I looked at the ABV, it was 10%.
Whoa!
And I was like, "This is panty dropping chaos at its finest," because it tasted like a 5% beer.
I'm trying to think of how many dates I've been on in my life. Do one night stands count as dates?
No.
No? Okay, then like 3.
Yeah, that's all I've been on, 3. So
if I was going to count one night stands,
right now, I'm 2 and 1. So I might as well stop while I'm ahead.
You're ahead. You got a good ratio going on. I mean, if if I was to include one night stands, then that'd be about 20 roughly.
Yeah, there's many one night stands.
But what if you wait? What if you eat? What if you go to eat first, then you go somewhere and fuck? Doesn't that count as a date?
That counts as a date.
Okay, so then that probably moves up to about 7.
There you go. Okay, that's good.
Not a total loser then, I guess.
Mm-mm. No, you're way above me. So there you go.
So there's somebody watching. Make your presence known. So I watched The Church.
Ah, yes. Some goat chaos.
That was the first time I ever seen that film. I've known about it for the longest time, and I know it was originally supposed to be Demons 3.
Yes, I've heard that. Michelle Savoy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Although when you watch the opening credits, it's like Dario Argento's name is pasted all over that fucking thing.
Yeah, presented by this guy. I think he has producer notes on it.
Yeah, it's very much like fucking demons, though. It's just like a bunch of people trapped somewhere and a bunch of demons fuck them up. Like it's very much the same formula. It's an old church, right?
Now, if they had demon goat rape in the original Demons instead of I'm Rick James goat rape,
yeah.
it would have been different.
I was really impressed with the fucking goat demon. Like that
Yeah,
for an Italian production, that's like Hollywood level fucking effects they got going on there.
Yeah, it definitely has a different thing. I was actually really surprised. I was watching Dark Craving, also known as Heartstoppers from John A. Russo.
Oh yeah.
And on the DVD extras, they have the full soundtrack.
Oh, nice.
I was like, wow, more DVD should do this.
I've come across a handful of DVDs that do that. Are you familiar with the anthology film The Monster Club?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, Vincent Price and John Carradine.
Yeah.
The DVD version I have has the entire soundtrack on it.
And remember, humans are the scariest monsters.
Exactly, yeah.
Exactly.
I like that film, even though it's technically not an Amicus film. It's kind of like the last Amicus film, anyways.
My friend Josh and I were at work, and we were talking about anthology films, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't even name you all the ones that we named. But as far as horror anthology, we got up to about 21 films that we consider anthology films.
Okay.
Yeah. And they're like, okay, we didn't realize there'd be that many. But still, they're all very obscure because they're not a lot of famous anthology films once you get past like the creep shows and shit.
Once you get past like Creep Show, Tales from the Crypt, Vault of Horror. Mm-hmm. If you know the Amicus Studios, then those ones would be included. But I think most people these days don't know Amicus all that well. Like they just kind of. So even though they know Tales from the Crypt, they don't know that it was an Amicus anthology. Mm-hmm. I think most people probably think of Tales from the Hood.
Tales from the Hood's a good one. Yeah, Tales from the Hood. And apparently there's Tales from the Hood 2.
Yes, there is. I watched it. It's a little political. It's a little too political, I think, in some respects, but it's still decent. It's just the wraparound story is horse shit. It just sucks ass. But there's actually some good good parts. Body Bags, John Carpenter, yes.
Mm-hmm. Then you get Monster Club, as we talked about. Monster Club, we have the Black Sabbath.
Mm-hmm.
Willie.
What about, I guess this one counts, although it's only 2 movies. 2 Evil Eyes.
2 Evil Eyes. That's another one we didn't mention. We didn't mention that one in our list. Then you have Campfire Stories, and then you have Grim Prairie Tales.
Yep.
Yeah. Trying to think what other ones we mentioned. There were anthologies. Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat, yeah. That's another one most people know.
We were debating whether we were going to include Waxworks and Waxworks 2 because there were different stories within that film.
That's an interesting argument, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because it is very subjugated stories within one movie.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I could just name like the Amicus ones, like from like Torture Garden to fucking.
Torture Garden's a great one. I have that one.
Mm-hmm. Torture Garden.
Burgess.
I have I have a bootleg version of Torture Garden. Somewhat, and it's like a professional bootleg. Like I bought it over eBay. Some guy actually like went to great lengths to make like a classy looking DVD release of that, which was nice. It's like, wow, dude, good on you.
Yeah, we have the Willies.
Mm-hmm.
I have the Willies on DVD.
There's
anthologies. It's nice because they have literally, even though you might not like Chillerama is an anthology.
Yeah, Chillerama. Yep.
If you don't like every one, there's still one for everybody.
Yeah.
One story. What's the one with? Isn't the one with Vincent Price where his daughter and the doll is getting creeped out and stuff? Because the daughter's like possessed. There's that. That's another. Or Christopher
Are
Lee.
you think the one with Christopher Lee?
Yes, Christopher Lee.
That's from, I think that one's from The House That Drips Blood, if I'm not
House
mistaken.
That Drips Blood. Yeah, House That Drips Blood is one, and House of Long Shadows is another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's got Lee Cushing and Price all in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's got Lee Cushing, Price, and Lee Cushing, Price, and Laurie in it.
Yeah. There is a late period Vincent Price one. I can't remember the name of it. It's before he did Edward Scissorhands. It's like in '87 or something like that. But apparently it's not all that good. I've never seen it. But where the fuck do I have it here? Oh yeah, Edgar Allan Poe's Tales of Terror with Vincent Price.
Edgar Allan Poe's Tales of Terror. Yeah,
right there, yep. It's also pretty good. And Torture Garden has the I think the best part of Torture Garden is the Poe story, the one where the guy comes, he's like a Poe obsessed collector, and he meets up with another one, and the guy actually happens to have the reanimated Edgar Allan Poe trapped in his basement writing new stories and shit.
Yeah. I always thought it was interesting because I remember the story A Shadow Out of Time, I think it was, by H.P. Lovecraft, where they keep running into the guy that looks exactly like Edgar Allan Poe. And it turns out they're like a alien race that's gonna take like beam people up and shit. Like, it's a weird ass story. It's one of the rare H.P. Lovecraft stories. But
yeah, isn't it either the Yithians or the Migo? I can't remember which one it is, but they go through time and history, and they basically steal the brains of people and keep them in jars and
yeah. And that's the one. That's the Whisper in the Darkness that you're thinking of.
Yeah, the one with the wax.
It's the ones that have like the claw-like mandible alien.
Right. Yeah, they're the crustacean like.
They suck the minds out and keep them in jars. Yeah, that's the Sayoth or something like that, and they transport them back to the mothership, and they harvest, and they've been doing it for ages. And the one guy that's there thinks that he's crazy, and they end up having like fake hands and glasses and eyes and a mask. Yeah, that's the Whisper in Darkness.
That's right. Yep.
That's a very like most people don't talk about that story because it's one of those more obscure ones. That it's not linked to anything else, that it's so easily accessible that usually I never get a chance to talk about that one. That's a good one. That's very good.
I mean,
most people, if you really think about it, you think about Futurama and Professor
Zoidberg.
Yeah, Thorborg, because it reminds me of him the way it's described, and I was like, oh shit, look at him.
Yeah, most people don't realize that, like, everyone thinks, oh, Cthulhu mythos and all that shit, like, these days. Like, a lot of people still don't realize that Lovecraft himself didn't have, like, some grand scheme in mind with all the stories interconnected. He would name drop a couple things here and there, but it was all the writers that were his contemporaries who were influenced by him, and then all the people who were sort of like disciples of his that built the actual quote-unquote Cthulhu mythos,
The first story where he ever mentions the Necronomicon is actually the Hound.
Yeah,
and that's one of my. If I told people, I was talking to the one guy, I said, if I had $1 million and someone said, here's $1 million, make an H.P. Lovecraft story, and you have to go right by the story, like verbatim. With $1 million, I would pick the Hound.
Well, the Hound works the best. I mean, that's a
classic nuance. Like, it would be a perfect Hammer horror film.
Yeah, it's a classic, like, gothic horror film, and I mean not even Hammer. You could see Mario Bava doing that.
Yeah,
like especially
it's got that gothic romance, classic horror, everything. It's right there. It literally wrote itself.
Because I just watched like, if I was going to do that film, I would do it in the style of Black Sunday. Like it would be, black and white. It would have that sort of lighting. It would have the a little bit of gore going on, like in Black Sunday with Barbara Steele when she gets that fucking mask jammed on her face,
Oh,
and
when
you
she
get
got the mask with all the spikes jammed on her face.
Yeah.
Where she looks like she's 13 again, going through acne.
Yeah.
A serious case of acne after that.
Gotta say, it's no surprise that she became a star though, because fucking like just the fact that she was willing to, first off, she's playing two different roles in the film, and the fact that she was willing to like make herself look that ugly in a film just kind of speaks volumes of how dedicated she was to actually doing something.
Absolutely.
And then I gotta say, man, I was watching that last night, and the last time I saw it, I think it was like the really shitty AIP American version of the film that like changes a lot of shit, and it's got a really bad English language track on it and shit like that. Like it changes her brother into her servant, and like the dialogue's all switched around and everything. It's fucking weird. Yeah. I was watching this, and fucking the changes that they do with her face where she gets older, you don't see like any switch between, like you don't see them like superimposing anything on there or anything like that. It just happens on screen, and I'm amazed. Like it must be just because black and white kind of hides a lot of sins or whatever, but I've never seen it done better on any other films from that era.
Don't have that transparency mask or anything like that. Dissolving, it just kind of changes. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good point. I don't know if they cut anything out or not, or if the black and white just literally just like you can cut that simply because of the shadows playing with each other.
Yeah, because you do the same techniques with the Hammer films later on.
What was that film? There's another film where a black and white film, and it's in the same era where you're actually seeing real. It's almost like digitally enhanced aging on a woman that quickly, but it's the same kind of era too. I can't remember. They were playing it on YouTube or on Twitter. There was a scene on a Twitter post. It was a thing, and it was literally changing from a woman to an old hag like that quickly. But it was all like editing the film instead of shooting the actor. It was editing the film, and it was like one of the first actual chances they got a chance to do that.
Yeah, so it's got to be the black and white, because I mean, you see the same technique used with a lot of the Hammer stuff, especially the Dracula films, because you always see like either Dracula coming back to life, and it's always from like dust and a skeleton to flesh or whatever, and usually it's done with like sort of the blood and the flesh coming back or going away. It's always like fucking Jello and
Jello sand.
Yeah.
I like how Jello goes to sand. Like there's no other in between. It goes.
I just like the fact that dried blood turns into sand, and it's like perfectly like orangey red.
Yeah, it stays the same hue, and you go.
Yeah.
And it just blows away. I was like, have you ever like bled on a piece of tissue paper and just let it lay? It doesn't go to a fine sand that you blow away. It becomes brown, nasty gobs of shit.
Yeah, it just has to be that Dracula blood, I guess.
Yes, but at the same time, I adore, and so do you, I adore the Taste the Blood of Dracula Alka-Seltzer pop.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, dude, you gonna drink that shit? Because it's this weird Alka-Seltzer pop, like, oh, man.
It's a great fucking effect, man.
It's a great effect. I
care what anyone says.
Yeah, the Alka-Seltzer pop blood was fantastic. Drink it, damn you.
Yeah, I honestly, although I still want to see the version of that film where Christopher Lee wasn't in it, where it was just the Satanist as the main villain.
Oh,
but at the same time, if that happened, we never would have got. They have destroyed my servant.
I will destroy.
They will be destroyed. And then the rest of Dracula's dialogue consists of the first,
The first.
The second.
Yeah.
The third.
Counting.
That was at the point where Christopher Lee was, fuck this, I'm not saying this shit.
Reading these stupid ass lines. You can kiss my fucking ass.
Mm-hmm.
First.
I mean, you gotta respect him, man. He was like, the only reason I came back to these films is because I built an entire industry with my stardom, and if I was not making these films, all these people wouldn't have jobs.
Right, exactly.
That's the only reason he came back and did all those fucking
funk brewery, silent disco, baby.
Silent disco.
Funk,
that's
baby,
the best disco.
That's my favorite kind of disco.
Yeah,
silent disco.
I am now on 9 Locks IPA.
9 Locks IPA, baby.
9 Locks. That's how many locks I use to keep Baby Doll chained up in my basement, baby.
Baby Doll! That's right. 9 Locks for that big old Jezebel cat, baby.
That's Jezebel. Right. Although Dusty Rhodes said it like Jezebel. That Jezebel.
You salty siren. Jezebel.
I'm not going to take it, Tony Schiavone.
Motherfucker, I should have shook this bitch up. There's a lot. I don't know. You can't see it. There's a lot of chunks in there.
I can't quite see the chunks, but it's hazy as fuck.
There's chunks. Fuck now. The chunkies.
It's chunky. It's like the splotch on my chunky belly, baby.
You're like, baby, if you made this Alka Pop blood make this chunky, I'm not drinking it. Blood clots.
We got to review The Church soon for the podcast.
Oh, Church is good times. I got to see what's going on with my fucking DVD player because I'm hearing like space battle contactors going on.
Is that what's making that noise?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you might want to turn it off.
Okay, that's better. I was gonna say, like, apparently the saving screen for the menu of the extras is this like space battle fucking galactic.
Oh. Okay, so it's not that worrying then, because I was kind of starting to think your DVD player must be like mine, where it's like 20 years old now, and every time you turn it on, it goes. It's like it still works, but it's definitely struggling.
No, but I was gonna say that noise, that kind of sound combination doesn't fit with the majorettes at all. I'm not watching Galaxy of Terror or anything. Like, I don't understand the star spaceship fucking attacking sound. I don't know, whatever.
I'm not gonna watch a giant worm rape a chick with this sound going on. Come on, guys.
I totally would watch that because the smart rape is the best rape, okay? If I could suck clothes off a woman like that, I'd be a happy man. And at the same time, smooze them in nice lube.
Yeah. Although, I'm not gonna watch Sid Haig kill himself with his own fucking throwing stars or whatever.
Well, I will watch Robert Englund make a complete fucking tool of himself.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
How's it going, Greg?
Well, fuck you too, Greg.
Say something. Oh, he has. This has been a pattern with him lately. He's had to join twice, like through 2 devices or something.
Yeah, I have to join first with my PC, and that allows me to join through my iPad because fuck Apple devices, because Apple and Google just don't want to play.
You and Paul now both have provided workarounds for people who don't know how to use Google Hangouts anymore.
Yeah, what can we say? We're here to help.
Yeah, you're fucking tech savvy. So how you doing, Greg? What are you drinking?
Oh, I'm actually finishing off a little bit of scotch I had last night that my wife and I both passed out while watching Lethal Weapon. We need to rewatch the last 30 minutes, and this is Glenlivet Founders Reserve, I think. It was just at my work, somebody had half a bottle of it, so I just grabbed a few drems for myself. So it's okay. It's nothing special, nothing I think I'd go out and spend my own money on, but It's all right. Actually, I watered it down probably more than I would a normal Scotch.
Yeah.
Sort of by accident. But it's actually quite tasty. It brought out actually some nice flavors in this. Like it's probably down to like 30% alcohol at this point, and it's quite tasty.
Wow. I've got a fucking. My mother bought me a bottle of quarter cask. I'm gonna have for Christmas.
Oh, you're not putting her in a home.
Mm-mm.
Let's get together, have some drinks. It'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hopefully, both of you will show up for the Die Hard episode tomorrow night.
I'll be there. What is it? 11 o'clock Eastern.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I should be done all my family stuff by then. So
I promise I won't watch the film. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
we don't expect you.
Hey.
Oh, what you need to do is you need to just show up blind drunk, and I'll.
Oh yeah, I plan on it.
And this
like
be nothing about Die Hard. It'll just be
no, like full disclosure, it's gonna be a fucking mess. I'm gonna be super drunk. Everybody's gonna be drunk on this fucking podcast. Like, although if our other guest host Gary Hill shows up, I don't know if he'll be drunk or not. He'll probably. Gary might end up being the most sober guy on there, and if that's how it happens, that's fine because he'll be able to steer us in a good direction.
I will like to say my favorite character is Carl Winslow.
Oh yeah,
I mean, bar none, Carl Winslow is my favorite, and he did kill a kid, and Urkel had it coming. That's all I gotta
say. there are fan theories out there where it connects his character to his character in fucking Family Ties, where he basically changes his identity.
Yeah,
and that sitcom starts.
Well, I will
up.
tell you what. I will say this. I'm not fucking trying to be a dick, but I really say if you watch Family Ties, it is the most absolute racist show you will ever fucking meet. If you're white, you're a pig. You're a fucking racist pig. If you actually watch it, every single white person in that show is a fucking horrible human being.
Oh, that's like
and no, it's not real because black people are horrible. No, I'm just joking. But I'm just if you watch this, it's funny because every single, especially cops, if you watch the show, every fucking white cop is the biggest pig and horrible person you've ever seen. I was like, oh my! I
do remember that.
I love the show, but me growing up watching the show, I started seeing it more and more. I'm like, oh my god!
You know what? I do remember that, and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air also has that problem.
It does. Like
there's that one episode. Well, it's not a problem necessarily. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's like the one episode where a bunch of white cops try to railroad Will Smith, and then fucking then his Uncle Phil comes in and fucking tells them all, "Fuck you, whitey."
Yeah. Basically, remember the episode where Eddie. The son Eddie goes through this really richy neighborhood, and they pull him out of the car and put him to the ground. And I was like, "Oh, are you fucking serious? Like, are we doing this right now?" Well, we thought he was a fucking stealing piece of goddamn nigger garbage. You know, the whole deal. I'm like, oh my god!
Bring out the N-word.
Well, but that's the point that they were trying to make, and I was like, "Oh, are we doing this right now?" Unlike. Good. I thought it was TGIF. I thought it was like Thank God It's Friday, and this is happening on Thank God It's Friday.
That is weird. Like the fact that they'd have like socially conscious stuff on a family block.
Yeah, it was like in your face, like hardcore. And I was like, let's be honest. It's Chicago. All the people that are being pulled over deserve to be shot. Okay, just calm the fuck down. It's Chicago. I've been there. It's horrible. Sometimes Greg goes there. Let's say that as enough. All right.
Well, you know, I always sort of figured that Die Hard was maybe a sequel to Lethal Weapon 3, and that Carl Winslow and Michael Glover are the same person because he kills a kid in that movie too. So
there's. You mean Danny Glover?
Danny Glover, not Michael Glover. Geez.
Yeah, whatever.
They're both black.
Oh yeah, whatever. They're both black. Whatever.
Whatever. They all look alike to me, you bastards.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Die Hard?
Part one.
let's not get too deep into that discussion because a lot of that stuff's going to come up tomorrow night.
Oh shit! Because we might have an argument about this.
Well,
Yeah,
all I will say, and I will not say anything further, is that I don't agree with the order that many people put the series in.
All I gotta say is Jesus. Why you keep calling me Jesus? My name is Zeus, like God of War. Like I'm gonna shove a fucking bolt of lightning up your ass. That's all I gotta say.
I gotta say I do. Fuck it. I do gotta say I like the balls of Die Hard 3. That movie does have some serious fucking balls.
It's the best.
I mean, to have John McClane walk through a fucking black neighborhood with it.
I love that sign.
Yeah.
I want to walk through a black neighborhood with that sign. That's so good.
You can't do that movie anymore.
No, you can't. No, you can't. Mine would say free handouts for everyone, and I would be Santa. Because everybody likes Santa.
Well, depends. Depends on what version of Santa it is, I guess.
No, I want to get touched by Santa and his big horny fingers.
I want to get touched by it. If it's a mall Santa, he usually probably has like some really cute fucking elves. I want to be touched by the elves.
You're not gonna get shit right for a week.
Hey, Santa, can I sit on the lap of your elf instead? The really hot.
Can your elf sit on my lap?
Yeah,
instead?
One or the other. It doesn't matter either way.
How about you? Like, she wears a dildo. You sit on her lap, and then you just sit on the other one. You get Eiffel Tower. The two elves.
It's like, listen, Santa. Either she's sitting on my lap or I'm sitting on hers. Either way, I can finger her. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
doesn't matter. Here, I just got done with this beer bottle. She sits on this. I sit on her. Things happen. I don't know.
Yeah, makes sense.
Well, this is the adult Santa we're talking about, kids. Just calm down.
Okay, so the Beer Patrol. The Beer Patrol, without his uniform, he's in the chat, though. First off, he says, you know who doesn't stand you up, Paul? Beer. Good thing you have a lot of it.
Yep, that's right.
He also says Silent Disco is definitely the best disco. Indeed it is.
It is.
And then he says, this is the best I've ever heard Greg. Wow.
Well, you can actually hear him, so I think that's wrong.
I can
tell by the way I use my mouth. I'm a woman's man.
He's not wearing a uniform. Shame on you, Joe. Shame on
No uniform.
Here's the thing. Here's the question. Is Joe dressed as Santa right now? Because if he is, then technically that's a uniform of some sort.
No, he is totally dressed in fetish gear, and he's paddling himself off while Jack watches.
Frankly, I would be very happy if Joe was dressed as Santa. I think it would show some real progress.
Yeah. He's got. Give him some time. He's got to work his way up to the uniform.
Hey, maybe if you guys are lucky and I get drunk enough today, I'll put on my wife's Santa lingerie.
If I was lucky enough, you'd jump off your fucking balcony, you piece of shit.
Well, you know what? I'm not that drunk yet. It probably won't happen. But hey,
you better not fucking do it until I get there.
Keep holding out hope.
Joe says
we're going together.
Joe says, in relation to his comment about Greg being the best he's ever heard, he said, I said that when he was struggling to join the show and his microphone wasn't working. And then he follows up saying, you're all under the assumption I have clothes on.
You see how they did that? He just went, whoop, fucking
tell me, Joe.
All our butts.
Well, is it my wrestling mask? Is it Negro Halcyon?
El Negro Halcyon.
Now I'm just picturing both Beer Patrol and Patrol sitting there naked by the campfire.
Don't cry. No lloras.
Pretty soon.
No lloras.
Do not cry. Do not cry, little cabron.
No lloras. Don't gonna cry.
Do not cry, little cabron. We will take care of you.
Remember we did this last year?
Hey, a la chauffe. A la chauffe. A niche la chauffe.
It's a year old, so oh my god.
I remember when I didn't do it last year.
I didn't get invited because no one likes me.
This is true.
I have that same problem. They only sometimes like me.
They like me when they do a beer they know I can't get.
Chick that everyone wants to bang won't bang anyone unless they have like a Ferrari or something.
I have a Ferrari.
Other than
Beer Patrol says, this is the art behind Greg. I can never get enough of it. And Chris Parker says, live stream, I see. Yes, indeed. It's a live stream.
Mr. Parker, Mr. Chris Parker, formerly Peter Parker, you're Spider-Man. Make your web in your hand and come.
I gotta say, that's a terrible alias to go by if you try to change your name. Peter Parker, Chris Parker, that's like a dumb criminal, like notorious criminal Jim Smith is now Jim Donaldson or something, you know. It's like,
I know for a while I was going with the name Adolf Hitler.
wow.
So,
Adolf Hitler.
Adolf Hitler.
Wow.
Yeah. Who are you? You're so no. It's just Adolf Hitler. That's me.
Just Adolf Hitler.
No hats
No,
here,
no
baby.
relation, no relation.
No relation. Hats off. Hats off Hitler. Not me.
There's a lot of people named Hitler. They are not all related. No, it's all right.
oh. I'm just an Austrian corporal. Don't look here. Hats off Hitler.
I was born in America. I'm not even related. It's okay.
Yeah.
By the way, let's kill all the Jews.
Yeah.
I mean, no. Let's not kill all the Jews. Let's just put them in camp. I mean, let's not put them in camps.
Hey,
Oh,
I don't know nothing. I'm Brazilian. So hats off Hitler.
Yeah, I'm Brazilian. It's fucking all right. Put me in chains. I am Hitler.
I am the Hitler. Oh.
I'm not only Hitler, I'm one of his clones. Put me in jail.
The land of misfits toys.
Mm-hmm. That's where you see all the Hitler clones.
Yeah. Did you see what you just did, Greg? I'm glad. You better be happy.
What's that? I totally missed it.
This is Greg. Oh, Greg.
All I know is just, kind of continue earlier conversation.
All I know is free scotch is good scotch.
It is. And also this tastes like a grape drink.
Yeah, because you put stuff in it.
Wait, what are you drinking now? You finished the scotch, right?
The scotch is done. Wasn't that much of it. And no, it's the...
Oh, the Shoof, yeah.
No, you think Le Chouf is a grape drink?
Well, a 1-year-old, this is an aged bottle for a year, and it tastes like it's got very strong notes in it.
So apparently, people, if you drink Le Chouf 1 year, according to Greg, it's like a hug-a-jug little bottle of grape drink.
Grape with a little chocolate in it.
It's like purple drink.
Yeah. By the color, purple. It's purple drink.
Look at my cool... Oh, you probably can't see it.
Comes with its own straw.
Cool scarf from trying to bathe the cat the other day.
Oh, Jesus.
You got a cut from bathing your cat. Oh, that's so cool.
Listen, Persians are fucking psychotic.
I know, I am Persian, so fuck off, Greg.
This doesn't work. Anyway, you'll have
You guys want to compare scars right now? Like, Paul, do you want to show like some bear scars or something that...
No, I got a scar right here. I don't know if you can see it right now. Right there. I don't know if you can see that scar.
I can see it.
It's there you go. That was a pretty good one. Yeah.
Where'd you get that from?
Oh, that was at a fire pit with a knife fight. Yeah, but it's pretty good. After I got cut, I cut the other guy a lot deeper and then I cauterized it.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. That's my probably most accessible scar that I can talk about.
That's some Conan the Barbarian shit right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Don't worry, he died.
I'm not worried about him.
Fuck him.
Not even a little concerned.
No, not really. I mean, I don't know him. Why should I be concerned?
I was actually thinking about like doing a tattoo where it's Odin down my arm and that's his bad eye.
Oh yeah,
yeah, forms the eye of Odin.
That's actually a fucking cool idea.
Yeah, since I fucking suffered through that shit, that's the eye of Odin. There you go.
I mean, Odin suffered for ultimate knowledge, and the ultimate knowledge he learned is that his entire pantheon of gods were going to die.
Yeah.
The worst part is after that chick cut Paul up, he married her.
Yeah,
kids.
exactly.
It scarred her scarred him deeper than any fucking knife could do.
We're going back to Die Hard right there with that comment, because remember what he said about Alexandria wept? That's not true. Because he had no more universes to conquer. It's because he realized there were so many and he couldn't even conquer his own. Misquote.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep. There you go. Do it. The knowledge is so deeper than the fucking reality.
And then someone got tired of Alexander's shit and poisoned his ass, and then
Yeah. So cry about that, bitch.
And I mean, I'd be tired of his shit too if he like took us for years across fucking like Asia and shit, and it's like, where the fuck are we going? Like,
Oh, Mongolia! Everyone wants to come here. Come for
like,
the Mongolian ski trips.
It's like by the time we get back to Greece, my family might be dead. Why are you doing this to me?
Oh yeah, the Stygians definitely killed all your family, so
Yeah.
they're good.
That's
They're good.
Yeah, he got into India, and when he got into India, the natives in India fucked him up, and that was the stopping point. That was the point where his armies were like, "Fuck this shit! I want to go back to Greece." God damn it!
I used to live by the ocean where the bitches were naked and the fish was plenty. Can we do that again?
Yeah, I was really good with repelling like Persian fleet invasions in Greece where we could handle that shit. Now we're in fucking India where everything's foreign. The climate is foreign. The natives are foreign. We're getting murdered in the jungle. We're getting the fuck out of here. Like fuck
Again.
this shit.
More Persian hate. We have a lot of Persian hate going on, Greg.
I'm not throwing Persian hate. I'm saying the Greeks under Alexander hated the Persians.
Yeah, exactly.
Although they preferred to fight the Persians because they could beat the Persians.
Because they could beat the bitches, those fucking bitches.
Paul just calls for everyone's genocide.
It's not a bad idea.
If you could suck the 8th Persian out of me, I would pay you.
Well, I mean, you know,
So
theoretically, if the Iron Sheik is your father,
I'm saying, like, you know,
he might come back and suck it out of you. You know,
Yeah.
like if you take your arm and you open a new wound and put a line of cocaine on it,
hey, let's calm the fuck down. The Iron Sheik was a Lebanese piece of shit, so he's not my dad.
Oh,
He might
okay.
have fucked my mom, but he's not my dad. So
Okay, well, okay.
Beer magazine. This is gonna be great when I'm taking it.
Oh, I'm sure Time Magazine knows all about beer.
Yeah, it's good.
Better than All About Beer Magazine. I'm
Talk
sure
all about Bush and
We'll see.
Millers and High Times and
Did they tell you about the difference between ales and stouts?
I don't know. I got it as a present today, and I haven't opened it. Well, I haven't read it yet, so we'll see if it's interesting or not.
Don't you just hate it when people learn about the fact that you like beer a lot, and then they give you magazines that tell you basically
nothing.
Ales and lagers are different.
The thing is, Greg is learning because he doesn't know anything.
That's true. I don't.
Because he doesn't have a channel.
Difference between an ale and a lager.
Because Joe tells him all the time to start a channel, and he doesn't have a channel. Even though he has a channel, but Joe tells him to start a channel, so he doesn't know anything about beer. So he's learning.
I have a channel.
You don't have a channel because Joe tells you to start a channel.
You know what, Paul? After listening to you, I gotta poop.
Now that is common. That's a common thing.
Bowel movements are expected.
Chris
Parker.
Oh shit!
What
the mazel tov?
The fucking Christmas, motherfucker!
Oh, shit.
I was about to charge my phone so I could stay out longer, but this motherfucker showed up and ruined my whole show, motherfucker. Motherfucking show, motherfucker.
Fucking laser eyes. What's going on?
Laser.
Oh, you know, it's Christmas Eve. Spent it with
off the 10th.
Off the 10th is good. I spent Christmas Eve with my daughter, and now she's home, and now I'm home drinking some beers.
Nice. Yeah, what are you drinking right now, Chris?
Oh, let me just zoom in on this bad boy here. We are looking at, from Dorchester Brewing, we're looking at Blood Orange Billy. The This is from the Fat Orange Cat series. It's a New England style IPA with blood orange in it. And Paul, I just did a review on this one. I shouted Paul on this one because that alcohol percentage at 6.66% sounds like something Paul would.
I would do it, and I was gonna say you never look better, but then you zoomed in on yourself.
Oh, motherfucker!
Son, 6.66, motherfucker. Woo! Actually, I'm thinking about the next beer that I brew here is gonna be my old. I actually dedicated it to my wife at the time. It was an old amber ale. It was like hopback amber ale.
Yep.
6.66%, and it was a very beautiful, crushable amber ale. And I'll probably brew that again, even though it's not going to be dedicated to her. It'll be dedicated to the new brewery, and hopefully it'll be still hitting that 6.66% and crushable as fuck. And hopefully I can get it in bottles and send it out to all you motherfuckers.
Okay,
Sweet.
Feels good.
Sweet. Where's Greg?
I'm probably gonna insult you right now, Chris, because my memory is terrible. When's the last time you were on a BA 101? Was it the last one?
I was at Fuller's, yeah.
He was one of the ones that actually like wasted a bottle of beer and drank it too early. All you motherfuckers.
I feel like a fucking asshole right now because
I
was thinking to myself, when was the last time I talked to Chris? It felt like
we were fucking talking after that because we're talking about the wine. How fucking drunk are you?
God, I'm terrible. I'm the worst person who ever lived.
Remember, we're gonna start wine tubing, Lee. We're gonna start wine tubing.
Hey,
I guess
Chris, calm down.
I'm listening.
Lee. Yeah, you really fucked up there, dude.
I really did fuck up there. I'm the worst person ever.
Like really bad too, because I watched the whole fucking thing, and you were talking and things were happening. Like I thought you were actually gonna give him shit for something else, because that's pretty bad, dude.
No, it's there for Fuller's. Now we're gonna do Don's Choice. Do you got a bottle of that Don's Choice or no?
Does Nova Scotia have an AA you can talk to or anybody?
No, I don't need that.
You know, actually, I can blame one thing between you two, and that's Greg.
Yeah.
Because Greg got between you two. Because you can't understand each other with him here.
Jesus.
It makes your poop smell better if you spray it on the water. I'm never going to use it.
It's funny that you actually have that stuff because there's a bit of that stuff here in a spray can or a spray bottle.
Yeah. Chris, I got a question. Do you ever do like a Polish dinner and do you eat?
Yeah, we did. We did fish and śledzie and fucking pierogies.
Pierogies, yeah.
And the borscht.
Oh, borscht is like beet soup, basically.
Yep. We did that and mushroom soup today.
Yeah, well, that's terrifying when you take a shit afterwards, and it looks like you just fucking your whole lower intestine just exploded because it's all bloody. But no, it's just beet soup.
That's what the beets do to you.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm not Polish.
Oh, Paul, you'd love
a lot of people say that.
I am so glad I'm not Polish.
Well, the food,
otherwise,
it's pretty good. We all get fat.
Yeah. Again.
Well, you do until the Germans put you in camps.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I put you in the oven, you get really thin really quick.
Yeah.
Jesus, we're on to the Holocaust jokes already.
Oh, fuck it, right? Let's go right to it.
Is it really too soon? Is it really too tsunami?
Too soon?
Well, what's another term? Wait, I got a joke, right? Yeah, this is a good one because my CEO where I work is German, so I make jokes for him. And this is his joke. What is another term for a Jewish orgy? An ashtray.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
That's bad. That is bad. But at the same time, it's like how many people from the Holocaust still live now, and how many of them are going to see this fucking stream?
Yeah.
So
just for the record, any viewers or subscribers of Off the 10th, please feel free to not pay any attention to what Paul said. This is not the same.
Did you just say Auschwitz the 10th?
Oh, Jesus. That's terrible.
I don't
so
even know what's
terrible.
happening. I just got here.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Tiny Tim, you know, with your broken, crippled legs and shit. Like, you know, you ain't nothing on this shit, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think has broke his legs?
Hitler.
Do you smell
Hitler
gas
broke
in
his
here?
legs.
Do you smell gas in here? I don't know. It's crazy.
Hitler is the
Too
real
funny.
Scrooge.
Woo.
He
That's
broke
hilarious.
Tiny Tim's legs and put Bob Cratchit in a fucking oven.
Fuck, that's funny.
Everyone needs to calm down, okay?
I will be right back.
Right?
Jesus.
Like
The
back.
Third Reich back.
No, I'm not going.
You see, this isn't one of Nick's streams, so we can kind
Tell
of get away
your
with
no
shit.
neck girlfriend to shut up.
Babe, I have VI poo. It's okay.
You didn't use it.
That's true. I didn't use it.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Is that bad?
Jesus fucking Christ. You stink, you piece of Polish shit. Kill yourself.
A lot of terrible things today.
You smell like Polish sausage.
All you are is a terrible thing. You should kill yourself. Jump out the balcony. Air out the room.
You know, Paul, if I was somebody who suffered from suicidal tendencies, you might actually push me to jump off the balcony, and that's
Good.
so rude.
Good.
And then Lee would be called in for evidence.
Yeah, and I would say
That's not
my
good.
my evidence is in his asshole.
That's really not good.
Yes. So listen, if
Think about it. You get a free trip out of Nova Scotia to a fucking promised land. A beer wasteland,
Okay, Leo.
actually. Are you
Ah.
talking, Greg? Because no one cares.
the
The Beer Patrol.
Tender, he'd be the guy that would get raped a lot in prison, so we don't want.
Ooh, shit.
I would not get raped a lot in prison. I'd kill myself before I let myself get raped in prison.
Everybody, hey, Greg, let's take it down a notch because you're getting negative. All right.
I'm really sorry, guys. I really need to take it easy on these things.
You need to vibe poo. All right,
I-
vibe poo. You need to vibe poo a little bit.
Probably will happen again, but
Just vibe poo it. You're good.
I would immediately kill somebody to get myself enough cigarettes to buy a noose so I can hang myself to my cell. That's how I would do it because I'm not getting raped by the Aryan Brotherhood or something.
At first, I was thinking I'd be a person with a chair because I'm crazy, but some bitches like their bitches crazy.
Yeah, that's
right,
the thing.
yeah.
It's like you gotta like.
Well,
supersede all that shit.
I have a plan. My plan is saying no to no one. I'll be like, yes, just get your dick in me as fucking hard and fast as you can, and I promise, no scrape fucking dicks. Just get it, and I'm just gonna get raped the whole time I'm in prison until I get out.
Do we all have
That's my
prison
plan.
plans? How sad is that we all have prison plans?
My prison plan is rape, release. That's my plan. Fucking take it. I'm gonna take it any way I can, as many guys as I can, as hard as I can, as long as I can. Rape, release. That's my plan.
pincushion.
Yeah.
Here's the question:
As
Would you
many pricks as I can get at me.
Here's the question to Greg, because I think he could pull it off. Would you try to become one of the Latino gangs? Would you like
you
try to
kinda
pretend you're Latino?
You look.
I
I
mean,
mean,
I really
yeah,
don't-
you look like you'd steal something.
I think you can do it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like you look like a really super white Latino. I think you can do it.
You see, yeah.
Never been told that before.
Labino.
Super white Latino?
Yes.
I do?
Yes.
See,
Yes.
Agnes knows.
Yeah. You look. Yeah, I would never fucking put any free change in front of you because I know you'd steal it.
That's
Absolutely.
probably why she hooked up with you. She thought you were a Lothario, and then it's like, oh.
I went for a fucking brown dick, but I found this piece of shit Polish sausage.
I don't have it. Well, hold on. I'll see if I can look it up. Yeah, if you actually look up at me. Oh, God, I shouldn't admit this, son. Oh, wow.
Oh, look, a piece of paper.
So this is a picture of me and my wife on our very first date.
She was totally going for something. She never. You were in the Latin heat, and she found the fucking Polish cold.
Notice how dark I am in that photo because
Oh,
I don't admit this on a live hangout, but I used to indoor tan.
You used to indoor tan just to fucking fake it.
You had a little bit of pseudo Ricardo Montalban going on.
Suave, and then she got fucking Polish starvation instead. Oh, that's fucking rough, man. You lied to her.
And your hair was spiked.
Yes,
and you actually had hair back then because you're bald and ugly as fuck. What the hell happened?
well, I don't know. I guess.
False advertising.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh
who's bald and-
shit,
Wow.
dude! Like, are you gonna punch her? Because you're supposed to be Spanish. Hit her.
Treat your woman like shit.
Yeah,
you
if you're supposed to be Spanish, punch her in the fucking mouth. That's what you're supposed to do.
But it's okay. It's okay. Lucky for her, I still have the world's largest penis. Right?
Yeah,
babe?
apparently not.
Oh, that's so good.
Know any better?
Yeah, but she gets everybody else's dick, so she doesn't give a fuck.
Well, you get everyone else's dick.
Yeah, apparently, because you go to the sex club, so she gets everybody else's dick too, so she don't give a fuck.
What a great aside.
She
This
doesn't
is
give
great.
a fuck.
Down.
Hey, dude, don't worry about it. There's still the balcony.
So I'm going to read comments and they're going to take a piss.
Oh, there's comments. Oh, fuck.
So let's see.
Comments.
Beer Patrol says, nobody wants Greg to start a channel, even though he has a channel, but he really doesn't, and nobody cares.
Oh, come on.
I don't know. I think when I post videos, I think the few videos I have on there, I think they're quite entertaining.
Up to you.
Beer Patrol follows up by saying, Beer Patrol has brought us a lot of good things. Unfortunately, none of them are Greg. Or he says Beertube.
Or
Actually,
they
not Beer
join a
Patrol.
uniform, which would be absolutely fantastic.
Chris Parker says, first time I've ever seen one of these streams. Very interesting so far. Well, strap in, bitch.
Interesting's the way to put it, and we're all relatively sober at this point.
Yeah,
That's really wrong,
you're not even seeing the worst of us right now. Beer Patrol says, I've never seen Agnes really angry at Greg, but apparently when she goes ham on the toilet, she's not happy. When he goes ham on the toilet, she's not happy. Of all the things Greg does, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the worst thing I do is I have real stinky bowel movements.
Well, okay, that's more information than anyone needed. Beer Patrol says, I remember happier times when we were talking Die Hard and other stuff that's not this.
Well, Joe, why don't you join us and you can steer the conversation the way you want it to go?
That's right.
Yeah, I don't know why he's not joining this, because he's obviously there in the chat. Like, what the fuck are you doing, Joe? You just being like a skinny bitch now? You can't join chats because you're so fit and making us all look bad? Like, is that what you're doing?
Joe, you bitch.
Ha! My wife's calling you out, Joe. What's the matter?
Joe also says, I just heard keys. I guess she's leaving.
No, she's here for the night. Trust me, I locked the door from the inside and I swallow the key, so she can't get out till I poop it out tomorrow.
Who, me?
That's right. You're trapped in here with me.
Then he follows up by saying, not cool, Agnes, not cool. And then Chris Parker says, rest in peace. I don't know. I don't know what we're eliciting from our viewers right now. But I'm going to take off for a second to do a pee break and get another beer. And I'll be right back. So I guess Greg's in charge.
Yes, everyone take your shirts off. No one's taking their shirts off.
Are you the only one in the room?
Yeah. Babe, will you take your shirt off?
No.
Oh, well, no one's taking their shirts off.
You're not in charge.
I am in charge. Lee literally just made me in charge.
He's totally in charge. Take your shirt off.
Take your shirt off, babe. I'm in charge. You got to do what I tell you to.
This guy is large and in charge.
That's right.
That's right, motherfucker.
Right, and by the end of this evening, I'll probably be in Santa Claus lingerie. Why not?
I actually have sleeves today. Real sleeves.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
so I
amazing.
can't pull my tits out. So sorry.
You can always pull your tits out.
I can always.
Those are tits, all right.
Those are tits.
Ask Nick to show you his tits. He'll post a video of him.
They're the biggest man tits you'll ever see.
I don't know. We've seen Chad's back in the day.
He had some pretty big man boobs.
They were pretty epic.
Epic man boob. Ugh, shit.
So what are you drinking now, Paul?
I am drinking between a silent disco. I added some lager to it.
Nice.
Ooh, shit. Some crazy lager because I didn't know that there was that much in there. I just splashed it in. Put some lager, some Barrick lager, and some silent disco IPA from Funk Brewing Company at 6.8. So far, I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 beers. I'm doing pretty good. I started my day with 2 from Hair the Dog Brewing Company.
So you're on beer number 8.
Their Doggy Claws Barley Wine Style Ale at 11.5, and their Fred Golden Ale at 10%. So that was the 2 that started the day, and I've been doing the lager and silent disco ever since.
Nice. Well, I'm almost done this nice schaffer.
Niche.
No, it's nice. Nice. Spelled nice.
Nice, France. Nice, France. Nice, Le Chauffe. It's Le Chauffe, the gnome. Le Chauffe.
I don't know what you're talking
Hi,
about.
Agnes's head. How you doing?
I'm good, and you?
Good.
You're so far away, therefore I must scream. I'm just cleaning up.
All right, good for you. Throw a neck.
It'd be better if you did it in a thong, just saying.
Just saying. Actually, she should be cleaning naked so you can pound her every time she gets under a table.
You're assuming I can just get a boner on command. It takes me at least.
Hey, anytime my girl's on her knees, I automatically get a boner.
Yeah, I know.
If my girl gets on her knees, I'm automatically hard. That's the way it is.
Yeah, that's like our friend Andy. Like he sees the right combination of things. The girl, he just, boing.
If well, I don't have a girl. That's a problem. But if my girl gets on her knees naked or farts, I automatically get a boner and attack.
Yeah, he's into farts, babe.
I do. I love farts.
Hey, you know what, Paul? If you ever come over here, I might be able to convince Agnes to fart on you.
Oh, that'd be great. Right in my mouth.
Well, you know what? That would be very hospitable of us, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. Yes, it would. You didn't hear the beginning of the show, did you? Right.
I didn't catch the beginning, no.
I had my very third date ever, and I got stood up. Yay!
You got stood up on your third date? That's the night.
Yes.
The penis in her.
I totally got stood up because you know what? I deserve it because I'm a piece of shit.
Well, you know what? Luckily, there's plenty of animals in the woods.
Mm-hmm. Oh, believe me, I found 1,000 girls since then, but they weren't human, so we're good.
We were discussing earlier on what constituted a date.
Yeah,
I because at the time I was like, okay, I'm right there with you, Paul. I probably only had like 3 or 4 dates in my life, but then I was like, wait, what do fuck buddies count as? And furthermore, if fuck buddies don't count, just like straight on having sex with somebody, what if you had like something to eat beforehand? Then you wouldn't fuck your brain.
If you guys go out for like a meal and then fuck, that counts.
Yeah. So then I determined I had probably like 7 dates in my life. And other than that, like 20 some fuck buddies. And that was it.
Babe, how do you feel about this? If you have a fuck buddy, but you go out to eat before you
not a fuck buddy. But if you go out with like, hey, we're gonna meet at this place and have a dinner, and if you guys have that dinner and then fuck right after, that's still a date. That's still a date.
Yeah, that's the date.
As long as the first time you've ever met, even no matter what happens, it's still a date.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. I went with my wife out to Ontario Place, which I don't you know what that is, like yesterday, and then we.
As long as you plan to do something that's not fucking related, like we're gonna go meet here. If you meet them there and do that thing and then fuck right after, that's still a date. That still counts as a date.
You gave her dinner and a show.
Yeah, exactly. That's all that is. It's still a date. Oh fuck! It's
well, it wasn't a
Robbie
date,
the
then we do have
rapist
to-
robot.
Speaking of the ultimate fuck buddy, Nick is on here.
The ultimate fuck
Hello,
buddy.
Nick.
My camera.
You fuck buddy.
Hey, what's going on? For some reason, my
Hey,
camera's
hey,
not
hey,
popping
hey,
on.
hey, 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 hey.
Hey.
What's going on?
Your camera might not be working because either A, you have it off on the thing, or you have your bandwidth down low enough to do it.
No, the app. Well, my bandwidth's up, and my app's not actually even picking up the camera.
Oh,
So
well.
what the fuck?
Oh,
My camera's fucking dead.
You spent
That's
too much
gonna
money
suck.
on the dinner, and yeah.
I get it.
Oh,
So
There we go.
hi. Yeah.
There we go.
Yep.
All I had to do was slide my pants down a little.
Vast improvement.
Oh,
The-
Bullshit.
So-
I remember Nick when he wasn't great.
Nick, have you been with your friends' wives tonight yet?
No, not tonight.
Get going on that, buddy.
I thought Cards Against Humanity was going to open things up to that. Like, wasn't it Strip Cards Against Humanity?
Yeah, I'd be the first one naked.
Turns out she's into
Cuckolding.
Apparently,
so-
everyone's been telling me they want a painting of the painting behind your head, but me doing it because it's shit.
That's right. Hey, Paul, you got to make us some art. I've told you. The art.
Yeah, because that thing behind Greg's head isn't a painting. That's just like someone puked on a canvas.
Hey,
Pretty
listen,
much.
Agnes actually really likes that.
that my wife bought is absolutely fantastic, and she loves it, and there's nothing bad to say about
There's
it.
a lot of
How
spinning
much
dribble.
money
I don't
did
know
she
what you're
spend?
talking about.
How much money did she spend on someone blowing their nose on a canvas and then spraying some quick chocolate syrup on it to sign it?
$100.
$100.
Wow, that's cheap.
You paid way too much for that. I'm sorry. That is an abomination.
Kind of a classic of our living room.
She
I'll
probably
like,
hates my art.
first, but now it's like I
she
feel
probably
like-
thinks I'm a piece of shit.
Wow.
I can't get behind that
I can't.
that nose drip canvas thing that's going on there.
Someone
Was
had a
this-
chest
Wait,
infection.
it wasn't behind me. You do real Greg.
So Nick, what are you drinking?
I am cracking open a Saint Ambroise Baltic Porter.
Nice.
Oh, you with your weird accent.
And here's the other question: how much have you had to drink before you got here? Because I know you're hanging out with your buddies doing shit. So
Yeah, I did. I had to drive home, so I didn't touch a thing.
Oh
Well, it's
Jesus!
my first beer of the night.
Oh Jesus!
You
So
don't have
wait for the
I'm starting off-
5.
Starting off with something light, and then I'm going to move over to this.
Yeah, wait for the 5 imperial stouts in the next hour that Nick's gonna have.
I got to catch up.
Can you do me a favor? Can
No.
you stop yelling?
Fuck.
Joe and Chris Parker have been having a chat about what they've been drinking. Chris Parker mentions Black Butte Porter has been
that's
his favorite so far.
Port is beautiful.
Thank you. That's
And Chris basically says he's a novice to drinking, so he hasn't been doing a lot of stuff. He says Michelob Ultra is the worst so far that he's had, which is that's a
Yes, but
Understandable.
if you can get Black Butte Porter, try to get Deschutes Black Butte XXX, the anniversary version, and the Abyss, because they're amazing, and you only have up to go from Black Butte Porter.
Joe also says Nick's here. Things are going from worse to certainly not better. Hopefully he's not shit-faced yet. Then he says, sober Nick, I'm out. Just wait like 10 minutes. Nick's going to be super drunk, like quick.
Yeah, he's going to take like.
Hey, wait a minute. Joe's
everybody.
out. He hasn't been on one of these hangouts for like a month now.
Yeah, we've been speculating why he hasn't just joined the fucking hangout, like, stop being a pussy, but I guess he doesn't want to shame us all because he's so fucking thin and fit now.
The only reason I didn't join the other one is because I had the chest flu. I am better now, so I'm here.
It's appreciated.
Volume 1 by Bellwood's Brewery, and it's basically a Terry's Chocolate Orange or whatever the fuck it's called.
Oh, yeah.
Basically chocolate. Well, at least by the smell, it's chocolate and tangerine.
How about you pour it into a glass, you fucking retard?
One of them fuckers you smash to open or whatever, you know.
It's also 9% alcohol, so that ain't too bad.
What did you say? Who makes those chocolate oranges? What was that?
Was it Terry?
Terry?
Isn't it Rocher? Isn't it Rocher? Ferrero Rocher or whatever, chocolate oranges.
Chocolate orange, but I don't know.
Chocolate orgies.
Orgies.
Because they come in the foil, and you take the foil off, and then like the commercial shows, you're supposed to slam it on a table, and then it breaks open the slices or whatever, right?
I bought a chocolate orange for my kids recently, and like, you know what you're saying. You're supposed to smash it, and it's supposed to go into bits. It was already in bits. I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Because it was probably sitting on the shelf too long, right? And some retard walked by and smashed them.
Fucking, hit it, and it's supposed to go into bits, right? So
He must
that's
have
the one I remember.
not having an ANC.
No.
Joe says, I was going to join, but then Nick showed up, so definitely not showing up now.
Oh, shut up.
Fuck you.
Fucking asshole.
He says, Terry's chocolate orange, Greg was right. Yeah, you break it on a table and it turns into chocolate orange slices. Yeah. Usually it only happens if you get a perfect one. Otherwise, if you have one that's been like sitting on the shelf for like 18 years, which usually is the case, you're probably out of luck because either it's just like solidified so much that it won't happen, or some fucking hillbilly retard who walks around the stores trying out products even though they haven't bought them, fucking slams it and fucks it up, and then it just looks like shit when some other poor sap buys it.
That was rude.
Which happens all the time. I can speak as a person who works for a grocery store. There are just this plethora, this legion of fucking lobster clawed fucking retards who touch the shelves and just demolish everything in their wake, like Cthulhu destroying the world kind of thing. Like, I need myself a can of cat food. I'm going to stick my fucking lobster clawed hand in there to grab it. Oops, too bad. I just knocked all the other cans of cat food off the shelf and fucking fucked everything up.
Wow, language on this chat.
But I'm a customer. I'm always right, so it don't matter. No one's going to blame me because I'm a customer and I'm always right, baby. That's how it goes. Dusty Rhodes going to buy some cat food and fuck up your shelves, baby.
Well, they don't call that stocking. There's another term where you move all that fresh produce to the forward. What's it called? I used to do it
50 seconds here.
What the hell, Dad? What are you doing on this chat?
I'm rocking.
Oh, hi, Ashley.
Holy shit.
Pajamas.
Oh,
You got some Christmas jammies on, and you must be drinking at this point.
Fuck, I've been drinking since 10 o'clock this morning, man.
Oh yeah, okay, Jesus Christ, okay. So what are you drinking right now?
The man who works retail, he needs a lot of alcohol.
It's just an IPA, Box and Brewing, whatever.
There you go.
Cowbell Brewing.
It's nice to see you, Ashley.
I just realized that I didn't actually switch over to my headphones, so I apologize for the last 10 minutes.
Did Ashley just show up now?
I don't think anyone heard any background. Yeah, Ashley just showed up. This has become much more of a great success than I even expected.
Perfect. All right. Merry Christmas to Greg and Nick and everyone else. I'm going to go. I've got stuff to do right now.
If you're leaving, it's
you
the best for it in the chat.
It's like 12 o'clock.
Thank God. Yeah,
shouldn't
fuck off.
Be done?
Yeah. Chris, to you and yours. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Thank you.
Hey,
peace out, homies.
Hey, Chris, don't leave yet.
What?
Merry Christmas.
Thanks, Paul.
Chris is second. Merry Christmas.
All right. I'm leaving. Bye.
Cheers, buddy.
You guys been up to?
Joe wants to know what I'm drinking right now. I'm just gonna flash it on the camera here.
Hey, Joe, just join. Joe. Join Joe.
Yeah, you should just join Joe. Stop being a fucking Scrooge and join you.
We know you're not. You're not at work because no one works tonight. So join Joe. Join Joe.
You thin, fit, beautiful motherfucker who probably doesn't even need heart surgery at this point because you're so in shape. You probably reversed your heart problem.
Actually, I really wish you would just die. But anyway, fucking Chris just left, so we need another Polish guy. So join, you piece of shit.
Yeah, goddamn, we need the token Polish guy.
Yep. One Polish out, one Polish in.
We have Rico Suave over here, so we
right.
need Polish guy to join now too. That's you, Joe.
Polish Suave.
Sticking the Polish in, maybe he'll come back and join us again.
No, Nick Gregg is Rico Suave. We've determined that the only reason that Agnes married Greg is because she thought he was Latino.
She thought he was Latino because he fake tanned, and all she got was some fucking goddamn Polish spud. Oh, I'm so sorry. Guess what?
It's like comparing real pizza to a pizza pot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Too.
But I mean, at the same time, pizza pops will do you when you're desperate.
Yeah, pizza pops are pretty solid.
1 minute in the microwave and it's right there for you.
All I gotta say to fucking Greg is even weeds germinate.
Oh my god. Is this like Greg versus Paul, like part 15? Is that what's going to happen tonight? Because I'm for it. And I'm sure it'll be like part 16 tomorrow night when we do the fucking podcast too.
I'll save it for the chat tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, because anything goes tomorrow night, gentlemen. Just saying, it's going to be drunk.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's not going to be professional. It's going to be a fucking shit show.
We're all going to be on our fucking most professional tonight.
That's right. Tomorrow I'm wearing my monocle, even though it's a podcast and you can't hear it. You can't.
That's right. See it? It's good. I can see you.
See my monocle.
My monocle is good. Yes.
Yes.
Jawohl.
Jawohl. Now get on the train.
Should I say my joke again for everyone who just joined?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
oh, good. What is another term for a Jewish orgy?
Fuck.
An ashtray.
Oh,
it's good.
Oh,
wow, that was terrible.
Hey, Nick, aren't you glad this ain't being hosted on your channel tonight?
Wow.
You know what? That is my weakest joke. I have many more.
Oh, God.
Having many more ways to make you laugh.
Having a German being my CEO of my company, I have made many more jokes and I put them on the loudspeaker at work and people love them. Even though they don't know who it's saying the joke, which is the big joke.
Saying it's the joke that's usually telling him to take a shower first.
Calm down, Nick. Calm down. Calm down, Nick.
Yeah,
When Nick gets a racist joke to say, all of a sudden he's funny.
All of a sudden, it's okay if Nick says it.
Wow, all these corny jokes.
I don't
Nick
condone that kind of thing. You guys know that, but
then he throws a racist joke out there.
You started it first.
Oh.
I feel like we just need to migrate this whole thing over to Nick's channel right now.
Yeah, really. Like it has to happen right now. Like just get his channel off the air.
Hey, Nick, I have a question for you, Nick. Nick, how did copy wire get invented?
What?
How did copper wire get invented?
Copper wire.
Two Jews arguing over a penny.
Fuck.
And we're out, folks. All right. You've been loving on.
Whackity schmackity doo. Oh boy.
Oh, see, that's the kind of thing you would expect from Nick's channel.
My troll stalkers and haters are sure to attack me with this one, right, Dr. Dave? Kisses,
actually, you're only gonna get one dislike, like all your other views.
Yeah,
one dislike.
Whoever that person is, it's either like Ronald Terrio or Chris Peters or
it's
one
me.
Of those is it? Oh,
yeah. I dislike all your videos.
Hey, I'm just gonna take the Chris Peters line here. It still pumps me up in the algorithm, dude. You're to throw all the dislikes at me, you can. Man.
If you're gonna do that, please pick your nose when you say that.
Yeah. It's like, man.
Oh,
man.
Oh, God.
And then sneeze on your cat at the same time.
What a fucking show that guy is. Holy shit.
He sneezed on his cat?
I remember.
Yeah.
There's a gif of him sneezing. I don't know if it's on his cat, but it'd be really funny if it was. I can't remember.
Oh shit.
I don't know.
The dude even burps weird. It's just fucked up. Like,
actually, he should kill himself. Yeah, it's good.
He really should. He should really spare that like nice looking girl that he's shacked up with right now. She could do way better.
Wait.
They're still having several months of bliss.
Well, hold up, man. Hold up. He has a girlfriend?
Yeah, he has a girlfriend.
And I don't have anybody? Jesus Christ, he's better than me.
Well,
no, he's not. He's really not.
He apparently is. He has a girlfriend. Oh,
that doesn't make him better than you, Paul.
Oh,
don't worry
God.
about it.
Oh, shit.
He's still a sad, pathetic fuck. He was desperate to be a YouTube success, which is just hilarious. He actually believes he's going to get 100,000 subscribers. He believes he's going to work hard enough to get that. And it's like, in today's YouTube, that ain't happening.
Jeez,
maybe like 10 years.
Very rarely does that happen.
10 years ago, maybe you had a chance when no one gave a shit and everyone was just like willy-nilly throwing out subs and money at people. But, dude, now you ain't doing it. I'd be surprised if he...
I will say, let me just talk for a second. Everybody who started at the same time I did has all reached over 1,000 subscribers. Everybody except for me. So I am a penultimate loser. I am a piece of shit, and I am a loser, and I will never get 1,000 subscribers. Well, I am the funneling bowl of shit in YouTube.
I ain't saying I'm hot shit, but I'd be surprised if he got over my sub count.
Yeah, I know he'll never get that.
Because it's like I got my sub count without trying. Like I just did it without doing anything, without ever promoting myself. And at this point, I have almost 3,000 subscribers. Yeah, that's all I have to fucking speak for. At this point.
Of course, you got a lot of those subscribers before YouTube started fucking with the algorithms.
Pretty much everybody that started the same time I did or after has actually gone beyond me. So I'm the only one that's been stuck back in the past, being
that's like anyone who's fucking
no subscribers. So everybody who started after me has been beyond me for about 1,000,000 years now. And nobody who started back where I started will ever get past 1,000. So pretty much 1,000 subbers is basically like, oh yeah,
unless you're like fucking Greg's beer reviews where he just bought some subs and shit.
No, yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, there's Matt started after I did. He's got about 6 billion. And DJ, like there's a lot of people.
Yeah, Matt earned all his those.
I'm just saying, like there's a lot of guys who went.
Let's be honest. I mean, hey, I love Matt. He is really good at sucking the right dicks.
Yeah, no, he definitely sucked all of the dicks the whole time.
Well,
he's I mean, many dicks.
He's active in the beer community. That's all there is to say about it. Like
so many dicks.
I mean, that's one advantage he does have. He is active in the beer community, he's on beer podcasts and shit like that, and he's in contact with breweries, and like that helps. It does help.
Yeah, but if I was in the idea of subs and shit, I would be sucking all those dicks too, but I'm just not in. I don't give a fuck. Just don't give a fuck.
I'd never put it in the context that Matt is sucking dicks.
He does suck a lot of dicks. He does. He sucks all the fucking dicks and makes sure he gets all the fucking subs. He puts all the fucking hits in. Makes sure it's a hashtag bullshit. Give me fucking free beer.
I just say he knows.
He's a fucking piece of shit. He's a garbage. No. He should kill himself. His whole family should die.
Oh my god.
I just say he networks and puts the fucking work in.
Yeah, I guess that's it. He networks and he puts the work in. That's it. Yeah, that's what he does, man. He fucking network. Make sure all you upcoming fucking YouTubers, man, you put the work in and you fucking you sub up. That's it. That's the fucking thing. We'll get you all the subs. No, you suck the fucking dick. You do all that shit, and then you'll make it.
No, it's horse shit. Fucking you want to see a beer tuber sucks dick? It's fucking Dar. Dar's a fucking dick sucker. Out the fucking ass.
I agree. Dar's the fucking biggest dick sucking piece of like. Let's put a question in every fucking goddamn comment I make. This fucking hybrid Goza piece of shit I've ever had. I don't know. Like, fuck it. It just like, why are you putting all these question marks in your fucking views?
See, Dar wants no controversy. He wants to be friends with everybody, but every goddamn fucking editorial video he makes, he
I don't
fucking
like
brings controversy because he's a fucking idiot.
He is.
I don't like him. Dar's a piece of shit. Dar can go fuck himself.
I'm not gonna say he's a piece of shit or a bad person. I'm just saying he's fucking stupid.
I'd punch him in the fucking face as soon as I saw him. I don't give a fuck. I don't see. The thing is, I don't give a fuck what I think about people. I don't like Dar. Dar can go fuck himself.
I'm just saying he's a dimwit. That's all I'm gonna put it. Like he's a dimwit.
Yeah.
And speaking of people who are not dimwits, Rod J's in the fucking chat right now. How's it going, Rod?
Rod is a son of a bitch, and I want to suck his dick.
Anyone want to give Rod the link? Go right ahead. You're invited, Rod. I don't know if you're doing the Christmas family thing or whatever, or if you're free, but you're free to jump in if you want to.
Definitely drinking some brews.
Last
time I saw Rod, he was doing some brews.
If you feel safe enough to jump into this fucking shit show, you're more than welcome, Rod. You're always welcome. So.
Oh yeah, Rod's a fucking fantastic guy.
He's better than all of us.
No, fuck yeah. He's
Even
black.
me?
Yes.
He's better than all of us. That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
He's better than all of Greg.
Rod was doing some pretty crazy
He's one of
shit.
He's one of.
Oh, he's doing a review.
I mean, if you can join after you finish your review, dude. Whatever. He is the out of all the new fucking beer tubers out there that I've seen, he's probably the most positive and nicest out of all of them.
Yeah, Rod's a good guy.
Yeah, I like Rod.
He actually makes me, every once in a while, he gets a little bit of a spark in my dark coal, sodden heart. Every once in a while, a little flame puckers up. But
all I know is Rod and I, at the same time, being drunk, could fuck some shit up. We could have a good time. Rod,
that's right, baby.
I know Rod, baby. Rod has that shit in his fucking system, baby. He has that fucking spunk, that jiving fucking spunk, baby, that can handle some PA Brew News craziness, baby. We can fucking tear it up. I'm going to say, we have a good time.
Maybe he'll give you a tape that you're so...
One more beer, 15 minutes, then it's bedtime.
Oh, you're a fucking faggot. Actually, you know what? Actually, I admire your professionalism.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I appreciate the fact that you appreciate me.
Right back at you.
Right back at you, good sir. You. Right. You.
He's the father of responsibilities. I'm amazed he even showed up to this.
Yeah, right.
Because this is the most irresponsible fucking bullshit going on right now.
Yeah, but I appreciate the fact that you're doing this. This is good because the thing is, there's so many times where we all have the time off and no one fucking hangs out. No one does anything. I'm finally off, and no one does anything. I'm like, what the fuck?
Who cares if Ashley's kids starve? You just make sure, Ashley, that you keep your wife happy. We'll leave you in a second if you don't.
Thanks.
Yeah, what an encouragement, Greg. Good stuff.
You know what?
Top
Don't
drawer.
worry. Ashley has a good chance of keeping his wife happy without you fucking telling him he needs to.
I think
Unlike you, Greg.
I think the translation is that we think Ashley's a piece of shit and we're proud of him for it.
That's right.
Thanks.
Yeah. You're
like,
always looking to him.
It's like, wow, yeah, we love you, man.
Greg. Hey, Greg.
What?
El Rico Suavo. Hey, Greg.
Rico Suavo.
Rico
shut the fuck up.
Paul, can you finish the sentence? Come on, you hillbilly bastard.
I was waiting for that. Thank you. I love you, Greg.
I so love the little mini feuds that we have in our little community, and they're all. And the weirdest thing is they all fucking revolve around Paul. Like every fucking little mini feud in this community is Paul starts one of them.
I don't.
It's
No,
beautiful.
I don't start anything around. I don't understand what you're talking about.
You don't start it, you just finish it.
That's right,
It-
motherfucker.
In the chat, someone's called Canadia94 says cheers, and he says Lee is the best. Apparently, this person is incredibly intelligent.
Lee is the best of the best.
You're the best around.
And no one's ever going to put you down.
You're the best around. That's awesome.
Wow, did my fucking connection go to shit?
No,
because I didn't change nothing.
Singing.
You really
that must be a sign. That must be a sign from my fucking computer.
You really just saying like you're the best that I'm gonna be
off.
around. Like you just saying that way too fast, so we could all just jump in and just be like, "Yes, Lee, you're the best." But you just like wanted to fucking rap that shit as hard as you could, and I was like, "Whoa, calm down."
The best thing about fucking Google Hangouts automatically turning my video off is that I can just take this fucking mask off and fucking blow my nose now. It's great stuff.
Well, what would happen if you were to sneeze inside that mask?
That would be a job I did. That would be me cleaning something out with a toothbrush the next day.
Would it like would the snot come out of the eye holes?
No, well, here's the thing. My nose, it's got a nose guard on it.
Oh, it's got
and the snot would basically spew all over the front of the mask is what it would do. That's where the holes are directed. So,
gotcha.
Canadia94 says, watch your review vids for years, Lee. Well, thank you. Since he was 17, Jesus Christ. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. I hope they were good. I hope they were entertaining.
I hope they were adequate.
Yeah, I hope they were, they didn't put you to sleep. Or if they did put you to sleep, if that was a good service for you, if that was your white noise to get you to bed and sleep properly, then that's good too.
That's great. That's an impact on
life. Yeah. I take great stock in the value of channels that can, provide white noise to people so they can get a good night's sleep. So if I've accomplished that for anyone, I take solace in that. Have I ever put any of you motherfuckers to sleep? Greg at least once or twice. I mean, come on, you haven't always just fall asleep on fucking Hangouts because you drank too much.
Listen, I don't even know what the fuck happened at the end of Friday night's Hangout, but I just know I passed the fuck out and woke up at 4 a.m.
Wait, which one?
Wow.
That was the
Friday night.
He hosted that one too, and me and my wife were both really drunk on it.
Well, you completely disappeared this past Wednesday.
Yeah, you kind of vanished. We speculated that your wife turned your camera off to save you the embarrassment of being recorded.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't here.
No. Well, maybe.
Somehow you knew to turn the camera off before you passed out. Then that's pretty.
You're learning and evolving.
The point where I know I'm getting fucked up, I do tend to turn my camera off because I don't need Jamie jiffing the fuck out of it.
That's the thing. That's why I don't come on camera much anymore. It's because I don't need Jamie coming up with 18 gifts the next day. It's just
I honestly think though, Greg, that you went off camera when we went offline.
Possibly.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, it was just we were talking, we went offline, and then all of a sudden Greg wasn't talking anymore. It's he's off camera, and he's still online though. He must be asleep. And you were muted. You were muted and off camera, so we weren't hearing you snore, and we're not seeing you snore.
That's what we.
Yeah, well, likely, I probably figured out I was passing out, and when my last breath.
You should have just logged off.
Don't feel bad about it because I know I passed out at the one fucking.
Oh, everybody has. Everybody fucking.
I remember I worked 12 fucking hours and I was drinking fucking Imperial stouts. The best part of me passing out though, I passed out, and they're like, dude, you were out for like 10 minutes. I could see your head down. I didn't hear snoring, but like I saw your head down. And then the next thing you know, you're like, okay, let's drink some beer. Like, and I started fucking pounding Imperials. Like, I was like, you know, like a big revitalization of what was going on. And next thing you know, Imperial styles and shit like that. I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
You see, I mean, everybody has the pass out story on either a BDU or one of these panels.
Sure.
Nothing big. Great. Was it John Ripley? John Ripley, I think his name
John
was.
from Kingston.
And every time he snored, his fucking picture would come up, and I was like, "Oh, it's so good."
It was good. It was good. Although I probably have the most embarrassing yet the most stealthy one because apparently I fell asleep
when you fell out of your bed. We all saw you do it. That was fucking fantastic.
Yeah, apparently I fell out of my bed. I was under the impression no one saw it.
I fucking completely saw you fall off your bed.
Okay.
That was great.
Okay, well that changes the story then because I was under the impression no one saw it because people were saying we didn't see it, but apparently Paul saw it.
I saw it. Yeah, it was 3 people on the fucking chat talking because Albino Rhino was hosting, but he wasn't around, and we were talking and we just saw you go, boom. And there was no noise. There was nothing. There was nothing coming from inside. All we saw was him, and then him.
That's
I'm pretty sure I woke up in my bed, so apparently I must have drunkenly crawled back into my bed at some point.
You didn't just automatically wake up and crawl in your bed. You were just him, and we're like, okay, we're just gonna keep talking, and we just kept talking.
We'll let them figure that shit out.
Yeah, and then we all go offline, and then we never saw you get back in your bed because we saw you here and there. We're like, okay, we're just talk, end the call, and the next day you're like, yeah, we'll go to my bed. I'm like, whoa, Mr. Fucking.
I wish that was online.
Yeah.
I think one of the most epic fall asleeps was I think is it Lee's friend Jameson who.
Jameson.
Yeah, he's not my friend anymore. By the way,
but Jameson is. Well, I will say one thing. First thing was Jameson is an asshole. He's a piece of shit asshole. I don't like the guy. But 2, Jameson has one of the, 2 at least because I've seen him twice. 2 of the best fucking complete fucking pass outs I've ever seen on fucking YouTube. Because I've seen 2. Epic fucking pass outs where he's fucking laid out in bed the whole like I can see you right there. You're like
yeah, that I'll give him this. That fucking Alabama fucking hillbilly knows how to fucking drink himself into a stupor.
Yeah, he does. He fucking does. If he could just do that and be a nice guy, it'd be one thing. But he's such a dick when he drinks. A dick. He will talk down to you. It's not like he talks to you.
You don't talk,
Paul. You piece of shit, fucking wannabe, fucking Hispanic Pollock. Shut the fuck up. But this motherfucker will talk down to you really, really bad, like really insult you, the whole deal. If you don't know exactly even though if you do know exactly what he's talking about, he will talk down to you like a motherfucker. And the next thing you know, he's 6 feet to the wind. And you're like, what the fuck happened in 5 minutes? Like, what the fuck is going on?
No, he used to plow down like beer and whiskey, like super hardcore altogether.
When I started talking to Lee, he was involved in the conversations, and I was really fucking like laid back because I would never talk because I was new to the whole beer thing. And he would fucking talk, and Daniel would talk, and Lee would talk, and all this shit. And I started doing the Albino Rhino talk. And the next thing you know, he was fucking talking down to him and talking down to him and talking down to me. And I would just take it because, I don't know what I'm talking about. All this shit going on, just a little bit like less than a year into it. We're talking. I know Jameson, you're a good guy. We're talking, blah, blah, blah. He's fucking yelling at fucking not Chad. He's yelling at Joe. He's yelling at Joe. He's yelling at him. He's yelling. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it was amazing to see this fucking transformation. I knew he was a dick because I could see him being a dick, but I thought he was like, supposed to be. Nah, he wasn't supposed to be. He's just being a dick.
Yeah, no. Because Daniel and I got fucking pretty tired of him the last couple of years. So
yeah, because when I first got talking to you and Daniel, like I've seen him be a dick before, but I thought like, oh, that's just him. This is this and blah blah blah. But I was like, oh fuck me, and I started seeing it more and more. Like he started fucking yelling at me. I'm like, dude, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, what are you yelling at me for? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, he acted like when we were doing like private Skype chats and stuff like that, and where Daniel had his beer podcast there for a little while, and when we go offline and shit, he was actively like bullying Daniel, like he was trying to anyway, and Daniel was just sort of taking it because he was trying to be a nice guy, and then Daniel finally got fed up and was like, fuck you.
Yeah, pretty much. He's an asshole.
I'll see. Cannadia 94 says, cheers, I love you, I'm drinking with you, Merry Christmas. Well, Merry Christmas to you too, sir. I don't know if I deserve your love, but I will accept it at the same time.
Love you a long time.
Wow.
And then the beer patrol says, it's okay, I know absolutely nothing about whiskey.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that, Joe. I still remember you fucking just that you know nothing about whiskey. I still remember that. It's ingrained in my fucking memory of that moment.
Oh shit! There's Redbeard. Why are you not in the chat, Redbeard? Do you not see the link? Is he not in our?
He's not in
chat?
that little chat. Here, I'll send.
Oh, he's not. Someone give him the link.
There's too many little chats going on.
I don't have a little chat. I have a personal chat to him, and that's all I want.
Can you fucking believe I'm at the point now where I'm saying like, yeah, let Redbeard join my chat.
Yeah,
right? Enthusiastically.
You know what? I think you and Greg need to go off that same balcony. Lee, just run, just hold hands and jump.
Well, Lee, come to my place.
Check the chat, Redbeard.
Well, I mean, the only way this is going to happen is Greg and I are going to both share an entire bottle of Lefroy Quarter Cask.
Yeah.
Before we jump, Agnes is going to jerk us both off, and then we'll jump to our deaths.
No. I have to catch what you shoot.
It's funny. Like Greg's got that look on his face. It's like, oh, Agnes, can we?
He's looking off the camera like, yeah. Is this the thing?
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah. And then Paul takes over and everything goes to shit.
I mean, if it's a suicide pact, we got to kind of do everything together, right?
My wife says. I'd like to say something really quick. Hey, Redbeard, how you doing, motherfucker?
I'm all right, Paul.
Down people in the world.
Cheers. Cheers, all.
Yeah. Merry
Christmas.
I used to have a safe.
Thank you for the invite, gentlemen.
I used to have a safe place away from you, but now there's nothing safe. Nothing safe.
You'll be happy, Redbeard, that Lee did it on his own. He didn't have to ask.
I was there. I experienced that. That was like the greatest Christmas
miracle. It's a miracle. Yeah.
That was a Christmas miracle.
Joe says Lee inviting and wanting Redbeard's participation is an actual Christmas miracle.
There you go.
Covered that already.
I was also going to say possibly Agnes saying she would jerk both me and Greg off and let us jump over a balcony would also be a Christmas miracle.
Say Greg and I, please. Greg and I. Yes. Thank you.
My wife says #me too. Because you didn't consent for that jerk off.
Wait, is she saying me too because she feels assaulted or because she's agreed?
Assaulted.
Whoa.
Forcing your penis on her hand.
We got a Rod J now too.
I'm not forcing nothing. I'm just kind of asking.
Rod. Merry Christmas might be going down, but he's already here. So.
I'm here, yo.
Rod, one thing, Rod. I wanted to say one thing to Rod.
I need beer.
How about you just calm the fuck down, Rod?
Me? I just got here.
Way too over
Stop
the
yelling! Stop yelling! I know you're.
He's already a wild man. He's going crazy.
Oh
yes.
shit, Rod! This here, he's taking it over. He's taking it over.
I'm going crazy. I didn't do anything, man.
I'll just put out there. Thank you for daring to join, Rod. And what are you drinking?
Drinking this Rogue Chipotle ale right now.
Oh, that's on you, Rod.
Ooh,
That's
nice.
on you, Rod.
I'll be feeling that tomorrow.
That's on you, Rod.
Be
It's on
shitting
you.
flames tomorrow morning. Mary
Joe in the chat says, Rod, I'm going to need you to settle down, sir.
Yeah, you're gonna need as I'm saying, like, calm the fuck down, Rod, because you came in here on a whole nother level.
Just saying, Joe, that'd have a lot more impact. You actually fucking showed your face, you coward.
You piece of fucking Polish shit, Joe.
Your uniform, not just your face.
Yes.
No, Joe's a fucker. He doesn't join, even though he's able to join.
He follows up, Rod, with a Rogue Chipotle ale. Did you lose a bet, Rod?
Oh,
I'd say he went rogue on that one.
Oh, wow.
Nick, stop it.
That's terrible.
Joe's taking shots, but he's not here to defend himself.
Exactly. He's really comfortable out in the chat, you know, where he can't be criticized on screen.
I'm going to ask, I got a guest here with me. I'm going to ask John Tackle what he thinks of Joe.
Shut it the down!
Shut it down! Shut it down, Joe. Shut it down.
Right now, Rod. Right now, Rod.
And just so you know, Rod, anything on your soundboard you want to throw through here, just do it.
Hey, Joe. John, what should I do when Joe is back on the Beer Flow show?
He's gonna fire your ass!
I mean, he's not a big
fire.
Oh, wow.
Does he have anything to say about Joe's uniform?
No, nothing there. I mean,
I don't really want to smell you right now.
I mean, he doesn't like the smell of Joe, but yeah, I don't know if that comes from the uniform or not.
That's true, right? Everybody just bathe for once in a while.
Oh, wow.
Well, Rod, I got a little present brewing for you right now, Rod.
What present do you have brewing there, my friend?
Brewing present. You'll see it soon enough. Yeah. You might be horribly or presently surprised with my present.
He's brewing up a violent, disgusting poo inside of himself.
I was going to go down that road, Redbeard.
This might be part of it.
Speaking of Redbeard, what are you drinking right now, sir?
I just cracked open a can of expansion sour IPA. This is stuff that's going to be coming your way for that beer analysis stuff.
Oh shit!
Cool.
Well, some of your ways.
I got a little Charm City meadery right now.
Ooh. Mead in cans?
Yep, meat in cans, baby.
Keep
meat in cans.
I don't think I've ever seen meat in cans. Who's got the crazy echo going right now? Okay.
It's you.
It's not me. I tell you right now.
That's right.
If anybody,
Me, I got an echo.
Yeah, you get an echo going
I
on,
got a
dude.
thing on the side. All right.
The first time I was ever in a live chat thing
with
with Chad, I had echo going on, but I've never had echo going on since then. I've always put headphones on since then. I fixed my shit, yo.
But Rod's worth it.
See, you're unlike Massive Two Shits beer review panel where they can never fucking figure out how to put earbuds in because they're a bunch of fucking retards.
Who's the echo? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody's echoing pretty bad.
I think it's me.
No, you got your headphones on, so it should be fine.
You got your, you're
but
good.
I'm just saying
Greg,
because
I feel like it has to be Rod. Oh, Rod just disappeared.
It's gotta be. No, I can still hear it. It must be Redbeard.
No, it's gone.
I don't hear it
It's
anymore.
definitely gone.
Joe
Echo.
confirmed the echo is Rod.
You're trying to bully you, Rod, or anything. I feel bad now.
Probably
no.
Rod
We're all
probably-
trying to
You
bone
just
him a
don't
little
like
bit.
him because he's brown.
Jesus Christ.
No, Rod,
You know what?
Rod,
regardless of what color Rod is, he's just an awesome person. He could be
He's
whatever.
definitely a better color than Paul.
Redbeard, I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna stop you right there. I know you mean well, But sometimes you get into these. No, he's good, even though he's this.
I know. I can accidentally go off
really
on
bad.
I never mean to, but thank you, Lee. Thank you for stopping me.
Because I'm a ginger, I can relate to the plight of the 1800 slaves.
Oh God.
Good time.
Yeah,
Redbeard should not be put on any sort of race relations panel.
Randomly, Lee was here that other night when Nick and I think we were offline talking about the whole Need for Speed thing. I checked into it, and Need for Speed Hot Pursuit still has online race capabilities. Mm-hmm. So whenever you want, I'm down to kick your ass so bad.
What the fuck is Need for Speed?
You'd have to. Yeah, I saw you bought the Steam version.
I have the Steam version and the Origin version. I got them both.
Yeah, you know what I found out when you when I was trying to figure out how to get the auto log account working, is that it still connects to the EA server. So no matter which copy you have, you could have just connected the auto log.
It was $5.
You didn't have to buy the Steam version. Yeah,
it was $5. It wasn't. I'm okay with that. Again, just to make sure that I'm able to get online and just fucking destroy you.
Here's what's happening. Here's what's happening, Redbeard. You're paying extra money to be destroyed by Nick.
Oh, we'll see. We shall see. Mm-hmm. We shall see.
How's it feel, Nick, to know that he paid so much money just to lose to you?
That's like if you hire Nick as a prison prostitute. He'll destroy you with his massive junk.
Nick, this is where you cut your promo, bitch. Don't fucking let me know.
Yeah, Nick, show us your massive.
I'm just gonna let him, gloat while he still can. So I was
I'm back in Redbeard now. Fuck this shit, Nick. You fucking.
When making sure it was going to work, I didn't play it a lot because I'm just like I just want to make sure it worked. I know that I'm pretty good at the game. I didn't need to
stop being so nice about it. Cut a promo
again. I was just going to say, I played I think 3 matches, and all 3 of those matches I won by like over 30 seconds at the minimum, ahead of the guy in front of me, or behind me. Sorry, ahead of the guy in front of me. That makes sense. But yeah, I kick people's asses. So you're going to be
Redbeard, you need to tell Nick what a bitch he's going to be, that you're going to make him, and how you're going to fuck him so bad that he's never going to want to show his face.
I started playing through again, and I didn't get anything less than gold on any the first 10 rounds.
Well, well, you're going to get less than gold right now.
Nick, stop. Nick, you can't cut a passive-aggressive promo. You have to cut a promo where you're basically telling Redbeard you're going to fuck him up. If you're not going to do that, then shut up.
You know what? Randomly, a couple. So I was supposed to do this the other day. I didn't put it online because I wasn't sure if it was going to work at that point. But I was downstairs letting the dog outside.
Rod's back.
Rod.
And I did.
Yeah, somebody get the Rod in, all right.
We just
God damn it, Nick, you're sick. God damn it, Nick.
God damn it, Nick.
Hey, Rod, how you doing?
Nick, we're trying to be nice.
Apparently, Nick, you're gonna go down because this Redbeard knows the game better than you and chat. So you're gonna go down, down harder than I go down on most dicks.
Oh.
You're gonna go down even harder than that and stuff, and you're gonna go down, and gaggle all the semen because Redbeard knows the game better than you. Blah 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 blah. Just people just delete your shit from my fucking feed. Go away. Go.
So Joe says, you better win, Nick. We don't need another temper tantrum from Redbeard if he loses. He also says, tell him you're going to beat him so badly he wishes he was an actual ginger that is oppressed.
No wishing. There's no wishing required. Everybody who knows. You know what I mean?
I'm honestly both. I'm so disappointed in both of you because you have not cut effective promos right now.
You both are bitches. You're the most.
And I'm actually really happy.
All right, hey. Okay.
No.
Fucking Maxwell Star. Don't even know how to fucking name your channel. You call yourself Maxwell Star, but you're fucking.
Look, too little, too late.
You want to bring that back into the?
No. Don't be nobody.
No beard, fucking imposter. You're still yelling, and you don't even know you're muted.
Don't be muting nobody. And I'm actually glad that Rod was away, so he didn't have to hear this pathetic bullshit because he actually knows what good promos are, and he would have been embarrassed for both of you right
I
now.
thought what I just did was going to be kind of okay until I was muted. God damn it.
Well, I'm gonna
Yeah. Nick, don't be muting nobody on this channel. Don't be doing
Merry
that.
Christmas.
I was going all out there, and then it's like, oh, I'm
See you
muted. What
later,
the fuck?
guys. Have a good night.
Cheers,
All
man.
right,
Merry Christmas.
Ashley,
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Guys.
Christmas, sir.
Merry Christmas, Ash.
Cheers, fuckers.
Cheers.
See you later.
God damn it.
You know, it's weird seeing Rod with facial hair, and it's like fucking strut. It's just white. It like stands out so much. It's awesome.
I'll just Google Hangout. Keep screwing up though.
You're good now. And I mean, when it comes to Rod, no one doubted that you were professional compared to those assholes in the Massive Two Shits fucking panel who don't know how to work their fucking YouTubes.
Yeah.
Valid point.
So how you doing, Rod? How's your Christmas season going, sir?
Doing fine thus far. Gonna go see Vice tomorrow.
Right on.
Like a interesting movie. But outside of that, nothing else.
Anyone else?
Old school Boilermaker at dinner tonight with Little Kings and Bullet Bourbon.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That movie does look cool. That's kind of a weird. I don't know, like I've just never myself went to a movie on Christmas Day kind of thing. Like it just seems like a kind of a weird thing to do.
Why is that?
I just generally, like, you think Christmas, you think like you spend the whole day with family or some shit like that, and you always got just going to a movie. I'm not saying like, screw you for going to see a movie. I've never went myself, and I don't know if I've ever actually talked to someone who went to a movie on Christmas. So new experiences. Look at me go. It's just
some families don't like talking to each other, so what better place than the movies?
Yeah, you go to the movie, you have to talk to each other.
Yeah. And yeah, again, that movie does look pretty cool.
Yeah. Can't believe Christian Bale put that weight on to play Cheney.
He's done some impressive. Well, you say impressive, but like in the long run, probably things are going to fuck him up in the long run.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think he might have affected his health in the future. Like, this is a guy who might die at 70 just because he's fucked with his weight so much.
Well, you remember the Machinist or whatever when he went to
De Niro put it on for as Capone in Untouchables. I mean,
yeah. I mean,
some of these method actors,
the Machinist. He got so thin,
my God,
that was
so
super
skinny.
unhealthy. And then he put on so much weight for American Hustle. This guy just balloons and goes down. He put on a shit ton of muscle for the Batman.
Yeah, I was
films.
gonna say, like you gotta be all muscle, and then go from that to be skinny and fat, and just all these different extremes. Like your body isn't meant to do that.
Yeah.
Like good for you for being committed to the role, but at the same time, good luck in your later years, I guess.
Yeah, I guess he'll find out down the line.
Yeah, you kind of hope that maybe he wants to retire in 10 years and just take it easy and not fuck with his body anymore. Because I mean, he's a guy who could retire right now and have a body of work that's fucking up there with anybody else, really.
Not have to worry. If he's managed his money properly, he shouldn't have any issues there.
Oh, I mean, he's got no money issues. Unless he's got gambling debts or prostitution debts or something.
You say no money debt, but think of Johnny Depp and that whole shit with him.
Well,
and his...
Johnny Depp has excesses. That guy spending a couple $1,000s on wine every month.
It was $30,000 a month or so. It wasn't a couple thousand,
$30,000 a month.
Yeah. Just unreal amounts of money.
Damn alcoholic.
Mm-hmm. That guy's out of his mind.
Is he buying? But is it 3 bottles of fucking $10,000 wine? It's Johnny Depp. He could be going either way.
I don't think that's what it was. I think it was I'm buying $30,000 of relatively high class wine every month And
Can
also,
I,
I'm gonna beat my wife. And
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Hey,
Welcome back, Greg. Nice comeback.
Oh my god, this beer smells like spoiled milk. This is awful.
What is it?
Tranquil Jacobite Ale.
Nobody wants to hear your
Tranquil Jacobite Ale.
Oh,
Had
it
that
smells like.
before.
Oh, this is gonna be awful. This smells like spoiled
Maybe it's
milk.
kind of.
Sorry, Paul. Go ahead. What were you trying to say?
Yeah,
Paul?
what was Paul saying?
It's supposed to be like a wee heavy, I think.
Nick, Paul
Shut
was
up,
trying
Nick.
to say something.
You want, Paul? Say something.
Say something.
Paul, you have the floor, sir.
Oh yeah. Well, I was gonna say, like the one girl that I dated,
Like in your life?
You dated a girl?
in my life, yeah. But
Makes
Okay,
it sound like
tastes a
every
lot
other
better
thing
than
was an
smells.
animal or a man.
with the taxes, like the taxes alone, where she lived, and the other place was over $300,000 a year in taxes.
What did she have her own personal island or something? Like what the fuck?
No, she had a $30 million mansion in LA, and she had a Malibu house too.
Why the fuck did she get her pregnant?
If you can afford to have if you can afford to live in a place like that,
It's not about affording. It's just that's what she had. And
I'm still saying like that. That's still.
This is how fast people get bankrupt that are
like. But I feel like you could make
coming in. This is how fast it goes away.
You could make a $30 mansion on a relatively small plot of land. Like give me like 10 acres. You know what I mean? And in a normal city, I would say a 10-acre plot of land, with a building on it. Like the building tax, like $30,000.
Six maximum acres.
Okay, so that's even smaller. So it's like the property again. You can make a pretty small building that can be a $30 million mansion. $30,000 a month, I guess in Los Angeles is probably kind of typical, but overall, that's fucking crazy, outrageous pricey.
See, Paul's making a good point, though. It's like the idea that these people who all of a sudden come, like, have this massive amount of money thrown at them, they don't understand the value of it. They don't understand the taxation. And they overextend themselves. That's kind of the destruction of a lot of movie stars, where if they don't have someone managing their money for them because they're too stupid to do it themselves, they throw all their money in shit and they lose it really quick.
Yeah.
And so you see like a guy like Johnny Depp who has acquired a massive amount of money over like a 30-40 year career, who just threw it all away. And I mean, there's mismanagement too, because like a lot of these guys, they get suckered in with fucking agents who mismanage their shit. Like Nicolas Cage, the people who were managing his money fucking threw it all away, and now Nicolas Cage is just doing any fucking movie he can to make money.
He did. He was Batman.
Yeah,
Spider-Man Noir in the new Spider-Man animated movie. And it was actually really entertaining to know. Like,
was he?
Yeah, it was really, really good. It was good shit. I liked it. But like when you're talking about people that win the lottery and stuff, you win the lottery for like $30 million, and then 2 years later you're broke. Because like if I won the lottery for $3 million, 30, or even I'd buy like a reasonable like $300,000 home. That's kind of like the average going price. Buy something nice. Buy something nice. I'm not going to live like in the Toronto. In all honesty, I wouldn't mind living closer to Toronto just because of the fucking beer availability that's down there. But still, I like where I live. I'd buy that. I'd probably get myself a nice summer car. Nothing crazy. Like maybe again, if I was a $30 million winner, maybe spend like $100,000 and buy myself like a nice brand new Tesla or something, the best one. And then in the wintertime, keep in the garage.
I hate to tell you, but if you're looking for the best Tesla, they're a lot more than $100,000.
Sorry, 100 and the P1, the best one's like 100, but if you can get add-ons and stuff, make like 2 or something, can't you?
The P100D is like 300,000 or 400,000.
Is it?
Holy fuck!
Yeah, it's
okay. I didn't. Again, so depending on how much I won, maybe something like that, or even like my 85 Volkswagen Cabriolet, my first ever car. I would love to have a version of that same car, 85 Volkswagen Cabriolet, that was like restored and like retro modded to be just an awesome like summer road trip car. That'd be fun. But again, I wouldn't buy, 10 different houses and fucking. I do like a little bit of this. I give some money to my family, obviously.
You can buy
and
10
then just
different houses because it's investment in real estate.
I was gonna say, like, yeah, buying 10 different houses is actually an amazing.
Well, yeah, like not bad, but
make your
again,
money back.
the way that the real estate and the landlord shit, like especially in the North Bay, there's been a lot of shit happening where like tenants, if you get good tenants, you're good to go. But there's so many shitty tenants, like the small guest suite that's behind my apartment. My boss Vince was renting it out to one of our employees that was with us for a while, and when he moved out, he left. Like I went in there and cleaned it up, and there was, I want to say, 9 big kind of construction-sized black garbage bags worth of garbage.
Damn.
Just left in that 1 bedroom, 1 main room, and bathroom of a place.
See, for me, if I won $30 million in the lottery, after taxes, whatever, half of that would instantly be invested into my future. It'd be invested. It'd be always sitting there. I'm always going to have money. I don't have to worry about shit.
Yeah.
A quarter of what's left would be going to my family, setting up, especially my mom and dad, setting them up so they'll be comfortable for the rest of their fucking lives.
Yeah, yeah.
And the rest of that would be me making horror movies.
That's actually, dude. That's actually like.
Because if I had,
I love the way it's like, and then like it's like you don't have to at this point. Like you have the money, you could just sit back and relax and do whatever. But like, so you're gonna pursue your passion, and that's fucking cheers, man. Good for you. That's awesome. I love that.
Lee, could Paul and I star in one together?
Yes.
One of the smartest things you could do.
I mean, if I was going to be like actively making horror movies with like a quarter of that fucking take, I would have Paul involved in it. I mean, there's no question. So.
I want to be like the recurring character in all your movies. That's like never playing the same guy, but just always gets. He's like never ever like never any kind of main character, but just always randomly gets brutally killed. That'd be awesome.
You'd be killed in the first scene every movie.
That's what I want. That's what I want.
We'd love for you to be murdered, Redbeard.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks for taking my joke and just fucking going with it, buddy.
We wouldn't be doing shitty independent movies too. We'd be a lot of them would be shot in black and white. They'd be fucking like Black Sunday,
kind of go like homage type shit.
It would be goth. It would be gothic horror. You would be like the. You'd be like the coach
kind of
driver.
Shit that gets a cult following. Like I feel like if you like, and again, I've watched a good number of your podcasts and stuff now, and like you've got a really in-depth, deep, impressive knowledge about like not even just like what was in films, but like the way they were kind of composed and like almost like from a director's point of view. It's like you got a good eye, man. I appreciate that. It's impressive.
Thank you.
You have a pretty mouth too.
It's not terrible. It's not terrible.
Redbeard would be the coach hand, the stable boy, whatever. Who would be murdered first in every movie? It would be. That's what would happen.
That would actually be like an amazing trait of your movies. Is that just Redbeard being brutally murdered every movie?
I'd be down. I'd be like I could be the new Sean Bean.
Yeah, you would be. Yeah, that would be that'd be the thing. You'd be the Sean Bean of our fucking series of movies.
I was gonna say Tom Atkins, but
what's Ron Howard's brother's name? That's how it used to be in movies. That'd be like Redbeard.
Clint Howard, yes.
Redbeard,
by the way.
Wait.
No. You should be insulted right now because Clint Howard is an ugly motherfucker.
So on Star Trek, they got him to play an alien with no makeup because it was like you look like an alien.
Yes.
Like, bro, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Bro?
Yeah, he was the baby looking.
You goddamn bastard.
The ice cream
Rod just stealthily threw an insult in there, which is
and after a little while ago, I was saying how awesome I thought you were and shit. You goddamn bastard.
Oh man, a feud's starting. Holy shit.
All right, Rod has to get Need for Speed now, so I can destroy him too.
I just
Oh,
meant
man.
I'm just saying he gets bit parts. I just said Redbeard be getting the bit parts.
That's just where he went with it. Thanks, buddy. Thanks.
If you guys are going to compete on Need for Speed, I want to see Redbeard. I want to see fucking Greg. I want to see Rod.
I don't even know how to play Need for Speed.
Fuck it, you're going to do it anyway.
You can do it anyway.
I want all of you to do promos on your channels. I want to see you guys shit talking each other. Like that would be the greatest, because that will fucking garner interest for the live stream where you guys eventually fucking show up and actually do the race.
Hey guys, I've never played Need for Speed before, but I think if I totally take on Redbeard, I'll be okay at it. I might lose, but the point is we're all gonna have fun, so it'll be okay.
No, you're not gonna have fun. You're gonna shit talk people. What the fuck
know what
are you
though?
doing?
That's shit talking.
I love that. That was like a terrible promo, but it was actually pretty good because it was just so terrible. The terribleness of it made it pretty funny and good. I like that. But that would be cool if more people want to download it and get it. The shit, that'd be fucking badass, man.
$5.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! There's someone else who can get Need for Speed.
Look who jumped in.
Joe gonna get Need for Speed.
And I want to say you could have
Joe.
I want to say you could have up to 8 people in a race. So we could, if we got if it was 8 different beer tubers in a fucking race, all in like if I were to live stream it on my channel or something, all in my Discord and shit.
You know what? One of the cars you can drive is a white Camaro SS, and I'm thinking you could have a race between a cop car chasing down a white Camaro SS to be the beer patrol versus the beer burglar.
Well, that would be more of a specialized thing. Like for us, I think it's a straight up race.
That really shows Nick and his white SS.
Unfortunately, your Camaro would have a busted tire right now, so it wouldn't go very fast.
I gotta say, I am delighted to see that Joe decided to jump on. Thank you very much, sir.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Joe.
Merry Christmas, man.
Hey, let's hear Joe first.
Let Joe.
He looks like he has something to say.
Unless he can't talk right now, he's got a cold. That's why he hasn't been on.
Those are good talk, bitch.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, I'm out.
That means I'm cool. He's out.
Jesus, what a fucking beautiful.
I'm the cool one.
Oh, he still didn't have a uniform, but at least
Joe is still the best of us all.
At least he looked like a fat mafia hitman. Oh, he's back.
No, he's back.
I couldn't do that to my brothers. I had to do that.
You ruined it.
Damn it. I should have just went to
Everybody was so impressed for a second. Now it's like, you suck.
You just ruined all our erections.
All I know is Joe said I was cool and then he left.
Yeah, I specifically did not point to Paul. I just want to.
I don't know what order, Joe. I don't know what order you're seeing us in, so I'm not sure who sucked or who didn't. But I'm glad you're back.
Yeah, rest assured, you're totally not cool, Redbeard.
Yeah, and Rod sucked.
Love you too, buddy.
Well, I just wanted to clarify, is all.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
So, Joe, I'm assuming you're not drinking anything right now?
No, I'm going to drink a room temperature.
Mad Elf.
Room temperature Mad Elf. Yeah, just for Paul.
Ah,
nice. This is the first time I've been in an after chat late night thing with Joe in a long time where he's actually drinking beer.
This isn't even the after chat. We're still live, bitch.
No, I meant just late night. I said after chat / late night thing. Just
you're meaning not a BA 101, like an actual.
Well, even then, I haven't been in any kind of chat with Joe in a little while.
Generally, it's as long as it was Lee, Rod, Beer Patrol, and it would be better. But all you other people just make it dirty.
What do you mean, Paul?
I'm
dirty.
I keep myself super clean. What the hell?
Posting a reminder that Joe is the reason for the season.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Joe is the reason.
Let me ask you, Paul, are all these other people slimy perverts?
Slimy perverts.
Dave, am I a slimy pervert?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my wife says I am.
She's right.
You sound like Voldemort right now when he's from the first movie when he wasn't in his body.
Yeah, Voldemort.
When he was just the back of that dude's head.
Stole from Giallo, then apparently.
Mm-hmm.
He's an asshole.
Because we're talking fucking Canterbury right now.
Potter, the boy who lived.
Like that's actually pretty impressive compared to the voice from the first movie. Good
I
job.
never watched any Harry Potter film.
The books are actually.
You should go
really,
to hell and be murdered.
The first, I want to say the first 3 books or so are like almost word for word the movie, but after that, they actually get to be some bigger, more impressive.
Actually,
in-depth.
the Harry Potter series is fucking awesome. I like it a lot.
The Harry Potter series is fantastic.
That just made me like Paul and Greg. Look at that. Paul and Greg and me all agreeing on all Greg on something all the time.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Everything okay over there, Nick?
All right, calm down now.
Nick taking something out of the oven?
Clean out your cum pot.
Jesus Christ.
Cum pot.
I've never heard
Ketos.
That was pretty good.
Keto diet.
I got a whole bunch accomplished in No Man's Sky this evening when I was live streaming. That was fun.
You were streaming for a while.
Yeah, I didn't realize because my one stream like died, so it like I restarted kind of thing, and the one was already at like 2 hours. I streamed for like 2 more hours. But I can farm a bunch of shit now. I don't have to go looking for it anymore. It's like if you don't play the game, you're not really gonna care. But if you played the game and you were like into it as much as I am, you'd be like, dude, good for you. You know, like it's so nice to not have to go looking for stuff anymore. I'm so happy. Yeah, nerd. I know.
But that
it's a fun game. I don't know. I'm liking it. It's just one of the most like ginormous games with so much to do before you can say you've like done it all kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like a lot of games, you can do some stuff and be like, that's enough of that, and just go finish the game. This one here,
like Subnautica, the same thing.
A little bit, but this one's like Subnautica, but there's a billion different planets, and some can be like almost.
So it's like Destiny.
I guess a bit more, but like crafting is more into it than Destiny and stuff. So it's if Subnautica and Destiny had a baby, maybe. I don't know, because there's planets like the planet I'm on right now has a whole bunch of water and oceans and stuff, so I could go like underwater and live underwater and be all Subnautica like if I wanted to.
It's like,
but there's so much more.
Not getting laity.
You know what? The game itself has nothing to do with that. That's just me never leaving my home and being a fucking hermit. So.
Not getting laity.
Too much masturbation.
Is there can you have too much?
But there's a warm water stage where it feels squishy.
Like the planet I found right now, the one that I'm on, the one that I finally decided to call my home. I've been playing the game for a while now, and I've visited so many planets. And there's like fiery plants and frozen plants and fucking this and that. And I finally found one where there's like the temperature's nice. There's no acid. There's no fire. There's no fucking radiation. It's
all the kids have red beards.
That'd be cool.
Oh shit!
Under the sea. Under the sea.
Oh, Joe has returned. What happened there? Where'd Joe go?
I couldn't stand listening to you for more than
Joe's back.
Shit.
Back again.
He had to refresh his shit filter.
I feel like you should be like the Red Beard Patrol or something like that. The fucking buddies like just
let's go crazy.
What the hell, man?
That's not
when you like scan the planet, you gotta take out your tricorder.
No, you just push the thumbstick button on your shit.
You got any red shirts to kill?
Give him a Picard punch.
the fuck is happening right now?
I mean, on Star Trek, they use a tricorder.
Picard didn't have any signature punch. Kirk had like the tip.
Yeah, no, his punch was like this. He hit people like that.
That was Captain Kirk, not Picard.
I'm pretty sure
Send
Picard
those,
did it too.
red shirts over there to.
Picard never did that. Picard never once did that punch. I guarantee you that.
Listen, show me every episode of Star Trek and prove to me it hasn't happened.
No,
I have them all on my hard drive.
Oh my god, you're gonna make Joe bite his screen.
Picard uses his brain to solve problems.
But he can. But he's been in fights. He can fight. He can fight a bit.
No, he can indeed, but he used his brain to solve problems, whereas Kirk just jumped into like drop kicking aliens and shit.
Yes.
Also, Kirk had sex with every alien he could.
Yeah, I mean, green, blue, whatever, doesn't matter what the bitch color was.
Which
I'm like
dangerous.
My self-declaration is my Star Trek. That's Picard is my captain, kind of thing.
Same here.
Captain, my captain.
And I'm excited to see the animated series or whatever that's coming out with him in it. That's gonna be pretty interesting.
Guys, be careful.
Is that what he's doing in
the fuck out
series?
He's voicing for an animated series that I guess is following after the Next Generation. I think is what it's going to be.
Okay, cool. I like
looking forward. Yeah, like again, I'm not expecting or hoping like the best show ever, but I'm looking forward to it, kind of thing. You know.
You'll always be my number one.
Oh,
engage. Beverly, I've always had a crush on you. It's like 7 seasons and they didn't ever fuck. It's just like, come on.
They never fucked. I thought he was Wesley Crusher's father.
No. Wesley Crusher's father died. He was just a bitch.
But they I want to say like, wasn't it implied maybe at least once that like between episodes off screen or something had happened?
No, it was just like they always had this platonic relationship where they wanted to fuck, but they never did, and then it was never.
Oh, it's like me and Paul.
Although if you get to the final episode, where fucking Picard
he puts it in her bum.
He has space dementia or whatever.
Yeah, that's weird.
In the preceding time between before that and the last episode, it's implied that they were married and they fucked.
Oh, there we go. The last episode was a crazy thing.
It was a great episode. It
was like three versions of Picard or something at the end.
That show had so many really, really good episodes, and then quite a few that were just like, what the fuck were you thinking with this episode?
But no, the last episode was great because it harkened back to like the entire series. It touched on points in the entire series, and
I actually like the when Riker showed up as commander of like the new Enterprise from the future or whatever. And it was like the same. It was the same one, but like it had like the extra fucking warp drive, whatever on it. It was like extra badass. Which was funny because then they made the movies.
Episodes like the Wild West one with Deanna, the fistful of datas.
Yeah, there's all the like cool holodeck shit they did too. That show was almost like groundbreaking in all the ways. I want to say it was awesome.
Like my favorite episodes from that series were like the time travel episodes, like the one where they went like they kept repeating in time. And then they hit all these like alternate they hit all these alternate universe enterprises. Like they all appeared at the same time in one like singularity.
Oh yeah. And then there's the one where they did like kept the time loop where Frasier, Kelsey Grammer was like the captain of the other ship. Remember that one?
Yeah. No, the one where
I remember you're saying that was good.
All these different enterprises appeared at once in this one singularity, like it was like 100 or more of them, and they were all from different like timelines and universes. And there was one that was like Riker was commander of this like damaged Enterprise where the Borg had like totally decimated the entire Alpha Quadrant, and they were the last Enterprise, like they're the last Starfleet ship. It was like, we can't go back.
And he doesn't want to go back.
Yeah, and they tried to attack the Enterprise.
I need to rewatch the series. I don't remember that as vividly as I want to.
What about they had to make the decision to like say fuck you to that reality of the Enterprise. We have to like put all the timelines back
for the greater good kind of thing. Yeah.
What about the episode? Was it Yesterday's Enterprise where the Enterprise C comes through some kind of time warp thing at the Battle of Kittimer? And all of a sudden, history changes, and you're fighting the Klingons. And
Tasha Yar goes over to that Enterprise, and she ends up getting captured. And then later on, the timeline goes where fucking her bloodline goes through the Romulan Empire.
Becomes a Romulan.
Oh, I remember that. Yes, yeah. The whole thing where like then her kid or whatever comes back, and like Tasha Yar. When I was a kid, I was straight up like crushed. Like that hurt me watching that show for the first time. Like she died. I was like, I've been watching so many other shows I watch. No main characters don't die in this show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but she didn't want to be on the show anymore. She was a first season character, and she died.
But again, if you're a kid, like back then, you're watching this show. There's no internet. You don't know why she left. You don't know that. That's not like mainstream news.
Yeah, okay.
Back in a small town.
And
like what the fuck? And it's like I'm like, what the hell are you kidding? And plus, as a kid, I was like, her and Deanna Troy, in my opinion, were equally as cute. She was fucking attractive.
When she died, she had like fake blood in her face, and it looked like one of those stick-on tattoos you got from a bag of chips.
But it was a ridiculous death. It was pretty. She deserved more. With like it was like she like blah and like flew away from this weird like guy. The alien was a guy under a sparkly blanket.
But before she died, she did find out the data was fully functional.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. No. Right. Yeah. I remember that. But still, though, like, I was sad when she died.
No, it was effective. I mean,
who died?
Right, you didn't know back in the day why she died because there was no internet. Nobody knew that Denise Crosby didn't want to be on fucking Star Trek anymore.
Yeah.
So like she gets written out of it, so she gets killed by.
You can see her boobs in certain movies. Go to MrSkin.com.
The alien was a guy under a sparkly blanket. I'm pretty sure.
Well, he was this like tar monster thing.
He was like a puddle of goo that was just like
he was this person of evil that this race like eliminated from their psyche or whatever.
Oh yeah, he was like he was just straight up a fucking dickhead asshole. Like he was like just like playing games to be like, what can I do you want to live? Let's play a game to see if you live kind of thing. He was just I hated him. I hate him to this day.
In the end, Picard was like, we're not paying attention anymore. We're fucking off. We're leaving you alone, bitch.
After you killed one of our guys already, though, which is the sad part. Because Tasha Yar was like, I guess it paved the way for Worf because she was the security person. She was like the head.
Yeah,
I can't remember I don't remember what was Worf in the ensign's chair before that.
I think he was an ensign of some sort at that point. Yeah,
because because Worf is awesome as the security guy. But Tasha was also pretty badass. It's
but Worf didn't become security guy until after Tasha was
not so awesome as the security guy because he was the security guy because his ass kicked every fucking episode.
Oh no, yeah, there's a couple of YouTube videos that emphasize that in the most glory. Yeah, you're not wrong. He used to get his ass kicked all the time.
It wasn't until Deep Space Nine before he became an ultimate badass.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think there was like a shtick where he's supposed to be this big, strong Klingon, and him getting his ass kicked meant that things were serious. So he got his ass kicked all the time because things were always fucking serious.
Yeah, it's always
he was like Neo trying to find his way.
He was like that go-to plot device, right?
What does it mean? It means nothing. Nobody made
going back to the Enterprise thing. Like I thought it was pretty cool out in the movies when they did Next Generation movies. The next iteration of the Enterprise after in the first one they crashed into the planet, whatever shit, and then it came back as the new one.
Star Trek Generations.
That thing actually Generations where they killed it. The next one was
first crash it like every.
That
movie.
Was actually a pretty badass looking Enterprise. I like to
the Enterprise is the toughest ship, and you're crashing it every time.
Wait, when I first time I ever watched First Contact, I actually got upset and threw the remote down on the floor while watching it because they were about to blow up the Enterprise E right in the first fucking movie.
Right.
Because remember they were going to do a self-destruct because the Borg had infested the ship. And I'm like, oh my God, don't destroy another one. I was already upset that in Generations they blew up the Enterprise D because, I grew up watching Star Trek The Next Generation.
Yeah.
And I'm super upset they destroyed
that new one, though, just looked fucking so. Like it looked like the old one, like super paying homage to it, but just like a little more badass looking. It was awesome.
I had a hate on for it for a while because it wasn't the D.
But
because I was so upset.
Nick loves the D.
That can be taken a lot of ways. But Nick, you have to take into account the way the storyline is in First Contact. It makes total sense that they'd want to destroy that fucking Enterprise to stop the Borg.
Well, yeah, it does make sense in that movie. I just thought it was like, oh my God, you're not going to destroy another Enterprise because that
pays off.
Did it serve in Generations?
That pays off the entire sort of backstory of Picard as in relation to being taken over by the Borg and then coming back out of that and having his nephew die.
That whole Locutus of Borg thing, like that was one of the best arcs. And then when
his brother,
I don't know if anybody remembers, but the way that Deep Space Nine began,
yes,
was with the flag. Like that was really well done. I think that was
it's fucking beautiful. Fucking Cisco.
Wasn't that like I want to say? Is that like was there any? I think it was the only Star Trek show that ever kind of started while that began before Next Generation was done.
Yeah, I'm looking at.
And they kind of
Voyager started well before DS9 was over.
Me and Joe were like, "What the hell is happening here?" When the connection all of a sudden.
I'm so sorry, guys, but I do have to throw in there though. It was beautiful. Fucking Cisco basically told Picard to fuck off. And the opening episode of Deep Space Nine, fucking here's Locutus of Borg talking to Cisco, who lost his wife to the Borg attack at the Battle of Wolf, whatever the fuck it was, and basically he's like, "I'm not taking any of your shit, motherfucker." And that was like the kickoff from Deep Space Nine, where it's like, "This ain't Star Trek your daddy knew."
It was a very
because he was a man called Hawk before that.
It was a very different Star Trek show. Like I liked it. It was. I watched. I want to say the first couple seasons before I kind of fell out of it for whatever reason. But
it's the best fucking
Star Trek. Good. I like Deep Space Nine.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? On what you just said, I'm gonna again. I want to rewatch Next Generation because it's been a while.
Jump in fucking Netflix. Get Deep Space Nine into your blood.
You say Netflix, but I
do it now.
I have easier, more free ways. I'm good. But
whatever way you want to do it, fucking jump into it. You get a couple seasons in, and then all of a sudden it starts getting fucking amazing. It's the best Star Trek series out of all of them.
This batch of Tree Topper.
I'm partial to the Next Generation, but DS9 was fucking good,
awesome.
Especially the later seasons.
Yeah.
Hey Joe, you going to say something tonight or what?
Yeah, well, let's move away from.
I literally have nothing to say.
Well, here we go. Okay, well, we're pretty much done this. Joe, pick a topic.
I don't have a topic. Just not whatever you guys want to talk about.
Start. Talk about something, and we'll jump in on your what happened. What happened in your? How was your day, buddy?
It was okay. I don't.
That's helpful. I don't know. Just trying to get a conversation
going.
You incredibly unhelpful bastard.
You guys talk about whatever you want to talk. You guys get into some Deep Space Nine or some Star Trek. Get into it. Enjoy it. I'm cool.
No, Joe.
I miss Paul.
Did you murder 2 people today?
He's not Chris Peters.
If I did, would I say it online like I'm Paul? Probably not.
Friends.
We're all friends. I don't want to incriminate. Oh my God, Redbeard left. What happened?
Oh Jesus! Well, fuck, we're
dropping. It must have felt persecuted.
Oh, everything's cool, bros.
Oh no, he's back. Okay.
Oh.
Thanks.
It was a mistake. Chris asked if Paul passed out. I think he may have. Happy Merry Christmas to you as well, Chris. Why is Chris in here?
He's still awake.
I do know that Paul reaches a threshold when he has been drinking as many beers as he has tonight, where he just starts eating everything under the sun or whatever's in his kitchen. And while I was coming on, I noticed he had a big plate of food and I couldn't tell what it was, but he was going down on it. I knew there was probably a 5 to 10 minute before he would, not be online, or he would mute himself, or he would turn his camera off. And sure enough, it went exactly as planned. And now he's no longer online. So I'm not surprised in the least.
I just want to see him fold a whole pizza again.
Yeah, I mean, that was fun. The whole raw eating of a steak was not the greatest thing I've ever seen.
That was weird.
I'm gonna say I'm pretty happy I wasn't there for that. Like, what the fuck?
It was he was just like, I put it in the microwave for 20 seconds, and he's just like tearing, just blood's flying.
This was not a steak that was properly cooked.
It was like put on the barbecue for like 1 minute aside or some shit.
It was still crying.
It was in microwaved. It was a microwave barbecue. It was bad. It was bad. I mean, he loved it.
It was baby's. He survived. Mother bed, like crying kind of thing. Like,
well, it was about around the same time we were still calling him Sasquatch, so it really fit.
Yeah,
him eating raw meat with his teeth and hands.
Yeah, what you call him doesn't really have any bearing on what that man devours on a daily basis.
I mean, I assume he's got immunities against like dangerous microbes, so he can just eat raw flesh at his whim. Pretty much.
He's like one of the few humans out there that still uses his appendix, and it's just
yeah, probably, yeah. He hasn't evolved to it being useless.
I'm thinking if there was a zombie apocalypse, he's not a bad guy to have on your team, though.
No, yeah, he'd be the best guy to have on your team. He's so practical. Like, it'd just be like, we need to kill these motherfuckers to survive, and it's like, okay,
he's already safely ensconced with plenty of beer in the woods of Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could hang out at Paul's place and just like board it up, and you'd be pretty good.
And unless there's bears out there, they can get in.
Yeah, I mean, the bears. They're
one time anyway.
The bears coming towards the house. You shoot those motherfuckers, and you got meat for a whole season. You don't have to worry.
What was the first comment in the chat? Was something about fuck Jeff Jarrett? What were you going on about early on, Lee? Was there some reason to say fuck Jeff Jarrett? I forgot if you said it in the comments.
Jarrett? I didn't even see that.
Oh yeah, somebody said fuck Jeff Jarrett. Like, it was the first comment.
Who the hell is Jeff Jarrett?
I don't even see
wrestler. That. Oh, the old school wrestler?
Yeah, double J, JEEFFJARRET.
I didn't even see that. I don't see that even now.
Yeah, I forgot who it was. It was like, I was going to be like, yeah, fuck Jeff Jarrett, not knowing the context of what that was.
So I'm kind of thinking it's like someone who's blocked me, or who I have. I don't block people. So
I don't see the comment out there now that I'm looking.
Yeah, you know what? I refreshed it. It's gone, but it was the first comment. It was some guy named it was Rob something. I don't know. It just said something. Yeah, fuck Jeff Jarrett, and then like 3 other words that I can't remember off the top of my head. But I was just gonna reply like, yeah, fuck Jeff Jarrett indeed.
Yeah,
like,
I totally agree. Fuck Jeff Jarrett.
What was Jeff Jarrett's finishing move?
Oh man.
Oh,
well, he had the figure 4 at times, but then he also had the
he did the sort of
the Russian leg sweep.
Yeah, the forward Russian leg sweep thing. Whatever the fuck he called it, which sucked, which is one of the worst ones because it doesn't make sense. But
so many wrestlers get it and rename it whatever they need to rename it. Like,
it's like Jarrett was great in the AWA, and he was a good baby face and shit, but once he got to WCW and WWF, he was just like, who gives a shit?
I still like Slapnuts, though. Slapnuts was a good guy.
Slapnuts is funny, yes.
Yeah.
But
he used it too much, but it was funny.
I mean, he never should have been WCW champion. Like, he's not at that level.
Him and Vince Russo were boys, though. That's why that happened.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, that's the reason Vince Russo got jobs at fucking TNA for so long. Because Jeff Jarrett didn't think he was cancer on wrestling, unfortunately, for some reason.
I'm blocked by Junction Brewing on Twitter.
What did you do, Redbeard?
I opened a beer by them and it exploded on me, and I was pissed off. And the beer didn't taste good, so I just didn't give it a great review and shared it on Twitter, and they blocked me.
How bad was the review? They blocked?
It wasn't like Great Lakes Brewery. My review for their Canuck Pale Ale, that was before my palate shifted and I liked hoppy beers.
When you had
I hated that beer, and they retweeted it. Like, they loved my awful review of their beer. They loved it. So other brewers like happy. This was the only one who was like, the fuck this guy, block him, even though it wasn't that bad. Randomly, and also Paul's phone died apparently.
Well, he did mention like halfway through the chat how he was going to charge it, but then somebody showed up, and I think it was Rod, or maybe it was Greg. Somebody showed up, and he was so excited that he didn't end up charging it. So here we are.
No.
Well, I can't believe they blocked you because they thought it was a bad review.
Yeah, I mean, the only one that's blocked me.
Did they tell you that was the reason?
They never talked to me, never said anything. Just like next time I tried to tweet, I think that was the next beer I had by them. I tried to like tag them in on Twitter. It's like, you can't, you're blocked. I was like, what? Yeah, just. And then I follow them on Facebook. So now and then they'll make a post, and I'll make a comment being like, why am I still blocked on Twitter? And never any kind of reply or anything. They just ignore it. So yeah, fuck that. And I want to say it was Chad. Chad has had their beers, and I believe knows the kind of the people in charge. And he said like the brewmaster or whoever it is that does this stuff, he's like the kind of guy that if you say you don't like his shit, he's like, fuck you, I'll kill you. Like, just like the most like, you can't take any kind of criticism type person. So whatever, I guess.
I feel as if you're a brewer or an owner of a brewery, and you're you either have to understand social media or stay away from it. One of the two. You can't be touchy about it, because the simple fact of the matter is that there are people out there that are going to have different opinions than others, and you're going to get honest feedback. And a lot of times you have to take it with a grain of salt, because like you just talked about earlier about Canuck Pale Ale, you sat there and tore it apart because you had a hashtag baby palate back then, and you couldn't handle hot four beers. So really, they don't want someone like you drinking it and giving an opinion, because you're not a person that beer's for, technically. Like, that's
not
the market person. But at the same time, you have to realize that there's going to be people out there that don't enjoy hop forward beers and are going to try it, and they might post it on Instagram or YouTube, and you just have to ignore it.
But again, like I said, like the Great Lakes, they saw my terrible review, and they were like, "This is hilarious. This is great," and shared it. And we're like, "Look at this! Everybody watch this review of this fucking guy trying our beer that can't handle it." So it's like,
Well, yeah, you have to put it like this, Redbeard. It's just like real life. Everybody's different, right? So you're going to have breweries that are all about it and breweries that can't stand it. So, I mean, I actually
got a couple. I got a beer mail a couple days, about a week ago now, from Maple Rusky. I think a few of you heard of 2 beers in 500. That's from Rouge River. He sent me some beers, 500 ml bottles, $14 a bottle for these 2 500 ml bottles, which is just unbelievably expensive on its own. Mm-hmm. They're both imperial stouts at 11.9%. One's aged in Jim Beam barrels, and one is aged in wild turkey barrels. And I had the Jim Beam one, and I'll give it like it's one of the best barrel aged beers I've ever had in my life. It's fucking unbelievably delicious. But $14 for a 500 ml bottle, and then for him to ship it to me was $22 on top of that. He spent $53 to send me 2 bottles of beer.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, but Redbeard, 14 for a 500 milliliter bottle, and that's Canadian. That's chump change, son. When it comes to that, I say chump change, son.
What is a 500 milliliter size anyway?
Like
about 6.9 ounces, basically Bourbon County, Rod.
A little bit more than your average can. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's 473. So
16.9.
Yeah.
Okay.
16.9.
And I'll give it to I said today. I got a beer mail today from Snyderham. I think their name is. It's a new brewery opening up in Southern Ontario. Snyderham. I believe. I'm not wearing
Are
the
you
shirt
saying a
anymore.
brewery's name, or what are you doing? Sneezing?
Yeah, no, give me a gun. Fuck you, man. Give me a second. It's right here.
Gesundheit, motherfucker.
I opened the thing. They sent me a shirt. Here you go.
Okay, we believe you. It exists.
Yeah, I don't believe you still.
Night, Ram.
I think you made that up.
How much did they sell it cost you?
Anyway.
What was that? $15 you paid for it?
No, they sent me
Cut off a red
like
bubble.
they sent me a box. I picked the box. I was like, it felt like there could be like a 6-pack in there,
Mhm.
but it ended up being 3 around 500, I believe, ml bottles.
Mhm.
But like again, like the sending glass compared to cans, the weight of the empty bottle itself adds a lot to the weight. I feel like because I picked it
The
up.
weight of the empty bottle, depending on the size, is about the same amount as the actual
Yes.
liquid in there.
Yeah.
So if you're sending a bomber, which is 22 ounces, 650, you basically add an extra 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds for the bomber itself.
Yeah. Like,
So
yeah,
that 22 ounces becomes like 50 something ounces.
They sent me some kind of, I think I want to say dark lager, a Belgian IPA, and something else. Like with 3 bottles and the shirt. Which again, they messaged me on Instagram and said, I'm like, yeah, okay, but
Well, that's
yeah,
cool. We just blocked by one, and the other one gives you support. So
I know, so it's offsetting right there.
nothing wrong with that.
So here's a question for everybody on the panel.
Everybody?
Yes, everybody.
Everybody.
I get the impression that most of us probably get some sort of alcoholic beverage for Christmas of some sort. So do you guys know what you're getting for Christmas, beer or alcohol wise, otherwise, or are you surprised every year by your significant others, or do you just not get beer or alcohol from your significant others, whether it be your spouses or parents or whatever the fuck?
I got a $50 gift certificate for the beer store and a $25 gift certificate from the LCBO from my boss. Aside from that, I'm not expecting any kind of real beer for presents. But yeah, the stuff my boss, thank you so much. And on top of that, a $50 gift certificate from Esso for gas. So no problems.
For me, my family knows how into beer I am, so them shopping for beer would probably be not ideal. At least in their eyes, I wouldn't care because I wouldn't be a snob about it or anything. I wouldn't care. But the one year, so in New York State, the law is, and I think it's the same in some other states, but not all states. I think actually most of the states in the U.S. are way different. But in New York, you can't sell beer at the same place you sell liquor and wine. Has to be 2 separate stores. So if you want to go get spirits and wine, it's a separate store, and the beers can be in grocery stores and in just like specialty bottle shops, but not in the same area that you get other alcoholic beverages. It's just stupid, right? But whatever. So a lot of places they'll end up having 2 stores right next to one another. Like it'll be like, here's our spirit and wine, here's your beer store. So the one place that I go to, Premier Gourmet, they usually give me a gift card to the beer one, but for many years they kept on getting me to the wine and spirit one, and I would be like, this is really cool, but I just don't drink stuff. And I actually tried to like go in and be like, can I just exchange this for a gift card over here? And they're like, no, we're 2 separate entities, even though they're totally not owned by the same person. You just can't do it in New York State. So finally they got my family got it, understanding that like, oh, he likes beer, not alcohol. So they hook me up with that usually most years, just because they feel like they're not worthy of shopping for what I drink. And I'm just like, okay, just listen. Give me some Blue Moon. Everybody's happy.
The guy from New Ontario gave me a glass. They released it. It's like a spout kind of, I don't know the style name of the glass, but like a small little flute kind of thing, and then goes up a little bit. I use it often in my reviews, but it's like a bigger version of that glass. It's like a 20-ounce version of that bigger fluted kind of.
I'm going to need you to stop making hand motions because JB's probably going to get a nice gift for the last 20 seconds. Yeah.
Fair enough. But yeah, it's nice. Well, the last couple of beers I've released, they're small pilot batch beers.
Exploded?
No, $18 a bottle they're charging for those beers. And the first 2 I have one in my front. The funny thing, I had the first 2. And I have a thing going with the brewery here in North New Ontario where I usually get the one bottle, like my review bottle or whatever can for free. But this is like a small batch thing, so they're like, you should, it's too small. So $18 a bottle I paid. And the first
you're not getting it for
bottles,
free, basically? Is that what you're saying? Like it's too small for you to get a free bottle or two of it?
No, but I'm just saying, like, the first 2 bottles I had were really kind of not overly impressive at all for $18 a bottle.
Oh, did you say that in the review?
Yes. And the funny thing, I haven't read the
They block you on Twitter?
Oh no, reviews haven't come out yet. But I'm already like, I did the third one that came out now. It's a barrel aged black IPA, and I texted, like, he's a friend of mine. Like, I texted the head brewery, and I'm like, I want you here with me for this, like, this one, because if it's as fucked up as the last 2, basically, I want you here so I can, like, be like, are you not getting this? Are you loving this beer that's fucking horrible kind of thing, I guess, is my main thing. Because the first was a jalapeno stout.
Mm-hmm.
And the jalapeno, there's no spice. It was just all that kind of nice jalapeno flavor you can get. It was nice, tasty beer, but almost flat, which was really kind of disappointing. It was naturally carbonated in the bottle, whatever they're due to make that happen.
Yeah, they're not.
And
doing it right, apparently.
And when it had like the sediment in the bottom, and me, myself, like, whatever is the sediment, you swish it around, swish, pour it, drink it. This was the first beer I ever did that, and I felt chunks of stuff on my tongue. Usually it's like, it looks chunky when you're looking at it in the glass or whatever. It's like, and you drink it, it's still just smooth. You never feel it.
Mm-hmm.
This one, I felt chunks. Like, I almost vomited all over the place on camera.
Okay, well, that's disgusting. But also, most brewers would tell you not to drink the sediment on the vast majority of styles outside of like Hefeweizens and Wit beers and things like that. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't or you're not allowed. I'm just saying it won't hurt you. I'm saying most brewers will be like, just don't drink the last
that's where so much of, like, again, like, me, anybody that you're drinking beer and you're like, this is kind of, I'm drinking this beer, but it's also kind of a meal for me right now. That's where so much of the good nutrients lie, man. You want to drink that shit.
Well,
no,
you don't,
man.
Not really.
Can. The goodness.
I don't think anyone really, like, I want to, like, I need to, or like you can, but most brewers will tell you not to. Most.
I'm not personally seeking out beer for the health benefits. Let's just put it that way.
I certainly am. That's how I lost all this weight. That's all you did is drink beer to lose your weight, Joe. You just drinking the beer. But like, I forgot to tell you, I didn't eat anything at all. I just drank the beer.
I just wanted to mention, I think I'm under the impression that Rod makes his own fucking Christmas holidays, apparently. Like, he just buys for himself and gets the happy fucking boozy New Year and all that shit in. So, cheers to you, sir.
Also, I don't want this to come off any weird or anything, but you're looking good, Rod. I know Rod's been hitting the gym and taking care of his body, but you can tell in your face, Rod, that you definitely dropped some pounds.
Oh, yeah. Both you and Rod have been fucking...
I'm fat as fuck.
Making us all look like fucking assholes, basically, is what's going on.
It's all about control.
Other than Redbeard, who's already skinny anyway. He gives a shit what he thinks.
Yeah, who cares? He fucking weighs a buck.
But all those other...
I've got like the weirdest fucking, I guess...
Metabolism?
No, don't even try to pretend you have anything going on. Don't even start.
But you put Redbeard in a turtleneck, it looks like a roll-on.
That's that ginger DNA. He's super oppressed, but a great metabolism.
Now you're just being jealous, Rod. You wish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Redbeard, don't even try to pretend you have anything going on. I'm talking for all of us, like, fat bastards.
Yeah, the ones that need help losing weight, and like it's a go through trials and tribulations of like losing 3 pounds, and it's like a win.
Yeah,
I could like stand at a weird angle in a thing and like make myself look all fat for you guys if you wanted.
Yeah, you can't do it. So shut up.
That I have to, honestly.
The only way you would ever look fat is through like one of those fun mirrors that makes you 3 feet wide.
Welcome back, Rick.
I thought Nick passed out.
I thought so
I'm
too.
still here. I was actually just about to head out.
Yeah, you're probably
you disappoint me.
I know.
Why are you gonna head out?
It's just like
2:43.
Well, I'm just saying it's like Christmas. You want to be disappointed, or you're gonna be disappointed.
What a great Christmas message, Nick.
Nick,
No,
Nick,
it's
don't
more
tell
like
us-
realistic Christmas message. I mean, setting your expectations right. Don't expect much.
Silent night, holy night. Nick
I had
says,
any-
"Fuck you. You're gonna have a terrible time."
Don't take this the wrong way, anybody. But if I had like expectations,
It's almost been long enough.
I would
for
not
that.
You're just like
fucking
the
hang out
best
at
way
2
to.
a.m. on Lee's
Yeah,
channel. I just
the
wouldn't
best
be.
way to not be disappointed is not to have any expectations at all. Is that what you're saying?
Nick,
Oh, great.
You sound,
Thanks,
you sound like a
pessimist.
quitter to me. You sound. I feel like you should probably drink another one of those Celtic Quitters.
Is
I'm
Nick
good.
more cynical than me right now? What the fuck is going on?
I think him playing the card game tonight.
Yeah.
Got him down the wrong
Cards
path.
Against Humanity destroyed his
that
soul, apparently.
Yeah,
it
pretty
just
much. Yeah.
seeped too far into his brain.
Is Cards Against Humanity an online game as well?
Yes.
Well, there's like
you can
online
find
version.
online versions. Yes.
Yeah, you were trying to make us play it once, but he didn't know how to work it, so that failed. He's like,
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm
failed.
doing. Let's play
I
it.
watched. I want to say I think Markiplier, but
There you
Uno. Wait before you go, Nick. I'm just trying to say there's a few online card type games that like up to 4 of us could play and possibly have a good time.
Look in the link here. I just shared the Cards Against Humanity.
Well, there you go then. Sorry, I saw that come up.
thing.
But at the same time, I thought you were trying to leave or something, so I wasn't sure.
Well, I am trying to leave.
Again. So
I
yeah,
was just sort of listening
I'm done
to
now.
you guys because
I'm done now.
I mean, here's the reality of the whole thing: is it's like I'm an hour ahead of you guys, so it's like almost 3 a.m. here. I want to go to.
Oh,
fucking
you're
bed.
so much better than us.
Better than you. What the fuck, Lee? You're the same
You're
time
an hour
zone.
ahead. You're so much better than us. I understand. Whatever the fuck.
Yeah, well,
Well, it's only 2:45 there,
if somehow being in a different time zone makes us better, Lee, you're in the same level. You fucking arrogant prick.
I mean, Jesus Christ, New Brunswick sucks ass. I know you're trying to build it up,
Oh,
but
pinning
you
it
don't
on a
have
New
to go
Brunswick
that
thing,
far.
huh?
Yeah,
To
it's
be
like
fair,
New
New
Brunswick
Brunswick's
is really a
Fucking
third
Nova
world country.
Scotia high type bitch.
I mean, New Brunswick is a third world province. I mean, I know you want to try to build it up, and I mean, you know, you're desperate to do that, but to do it on Christmas, Nick, you piece of shit.
Well, isn't like New Brunswick's like beer wasteland as bad as Nova Scotia is, right?
Just stop, Nick. Just stop.
Nick,
So,
why?
I guess
why-
third world province works because the territories have it a lot worse, but they're territories. So
Fuck
Yeah,
them.
well,
They're in.
extremities.
Nick, what's the deal with all those random Michigan breweries now? You're importing all the like. You
You know
posted.
what? I have no idea. I think it's just like they got a bunch of random shit from like New York and Michigan.
You know, it sounds like it. It really
Yeah.
did. Like, what the fuck is this and this and
They,
this?
they
Like, I
sent
never
a
heard of
batch
them.
of this. I don't. It's stuff that I don't think we'll ever see again. But it's just like, what the hell is this doing here?
So that sounds like when New York and Michigan's gets like flying monkeys or some shit. It's just like,
Dude, we got super. We had Chocolate Manifesto just showed up. Like two or three of like the Corbies from Flying Monkeys and like places around here. Like, look what we got. I'm like, don't be happy about it.
It's like, well, yeah. Well,
Settle
what is it?
down.
New Brunswick, you know, they fucking pissed me off when they got a whole bunch of like, how many different types of flying monkey shit they got here. They got Smash Bomb Atomica. Pick one can up. Look at the canning date. Fucking September. I'm like, what?
It's 3 months.
It's 3-month-old fucking IPAs. Are you
Yeah,
kidding
so
me?
what? Oh, yeah, we had like 8 months old when it first hit here.
It still tasted like kitty litter then.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Jesus Christ.
All right, I'm heading out.
Yeah,
all right,
good.
Nick.
Bye.
Merry Christmas,
Cheers.
Nick. Have a
Merry
good one.
Christmas. Merry Christmas, Paul.
Be more positive later today.
Oh yeah, I'm just
Joyeux Noel. Whatever the fuck it is.
Joyeux Noel,
Yeah, sure.
Bonsoir, Bon Christmas, whatever you want to call it.
Happy Hanukkah, buddy.
Happy holidays.
Happy
whatever.
Hanukkah.
Right.
Okay,
All right.
leave, Nick.
Yeah,
Get
the fuck
out of here.
Get out. Thank you.
Okay, Redbeard, next up.
Hey,
Bye.
Paul's back.
Yes, he is.
Hey.
Did you
what
say
was that?
ball sack or pulse back? I don't.
Ball-
Oh, what's that?
back.
What did you say? Next up, what? Next up, what now? What?
Redbeard, next up. Bye bye. See you.
Oh, I got you. I'm
Well,
good.
why are you still here then?
No, Paul's the one who's saying bye bye. So bye bye, Paul. Have a good night, buddy.
Good night, guys.
What did
Bye-bye.
you tear apart earlier, Paul, when you were feeding your face whole with food?
I ate a thing of Amish pot pie and then a platter of sushi.
He ate a small Amish child followed by a sliced up Japanese child.
Absolutely.
It's really racist.
The platter of sushi was actually pretty good because it was a big round circle of nothing but sushi, and I was like, this is actually pretty cheap.
It was the whole child.
Mm-hmm.
Did you buy 7-Eleven sushi?
No, it wasn't 7-Eleven.
It was Sheets. It's Sheets sushi.
Sheets sushi, baby.
It's Sheets sushi, baby.
Sheets sushi. Sheets
Dustin
sushi,
Rhodes.
baby.
Let the road come into that sheet, baby.
What is kind of sushi I sucked up when I was sucking baby doll's pussy?
Sushi, baby.
What is Sheets? What is
Shut your fucking mouth, Redbeard.
Redbeard, think about 7-Eleven, but about 6,000 quadrillion billion, making up words better than 7-Eleven.
Jillion times better, baby.
It's just like a convenience store that has pretty much everything you want. Like it's your one. If you're stopping, especially if you're like on a trip or something, you see a Sheets, you're like, I can take a 20-minute shit. I can order a sub. I can get alcohol. I can do whatever I want, and it's fantastic, and it all tastes good, so, including the shit.
That's fair enough. Rose goes 3 seats to the wind every trip it takes.
3 seats to the wind, baby. Ric Flair, baby. No
stockade, baby.
For you, stockade. Sheet right now. MTO. You and me, baby.
We're gonna eat a sub in the ring, baby.
We're gonna bleed the same blood, baby.
Well, you just won that right there, though.
It's gonna be a turkey breast, baby. We're gonna eat it in the fucking ring, baby. It's gonna have lettuce and it's gonna have the jalapenos on it.
Same relish on that hot dog, baby. That's right.
Ric Flair, you ain't gonna ever see it coming, baby. It's gonna have some Italian Parmesan on the fucking bun, baby.
Isn't all actual Parmesan Italian?
Baby.
Shut up, Redbeard. Don't contradict me, baby. Dustin Rhodes is on a fucking tear here now with his tongue.
If it wasn't actually already Christmas in the UK, I'd say invite Peter in here because he's posting like he's sharing cat stuff on Facebook. Like
he needs to be invited. He
do it.
I
thought he was on the chat. He should see the link.
Well, he don't like. Is he not him like just waking up at this point?
Yeah, I mean,
just bring his fucking albino ass in here already.
I've been like on my way to go to bed sometimes, and like he's like awake opening like beer mails and stuff. I don't know if I've ever seen him drinking beers at this hour, but let's do it. It's peer pressure.
It's not like he's got a family or a life. Bring him in here.
And it's not like he has to drink beer on here. I mean, Ewer drinks water 100% of the time. So
no, he doesn't have to drink beer. It's like he's a loser like the rest of us. He just needs to jump in.
I just
Rod excluded, by the way.
Your ass, baby. Get your ass into the chat, baby.
Speaking of, is Rod J drinking anything right now? Is he still alive?
Rod J is sex incarnate, baby. Do never ever question that again.
I never questioned that. Like I'll agree with that all day long.
Like notice I said loser like the rest of us, but I fucking excluded Rod because he's an actual adult who has like a life.
He's like he's the Graybeard now. He could be like Rod J Graybeard now. He's almost there. As he covers it up with his hand, being all shy, with just look at him go. Don't look at my beard. See it. Yeah.
All I'm glad of right there, Redbeard, is that you didn't say. I'm just really super fucking glad right now that you didn't say he's Blackbeard because you motherfucker, that would have been
Blackbeard, baby.
That would have been so racist. Just shut the fuck up.
I have a red beard, so I was going gray beard. That's what he's kind of going on right now.
Are you like Blackbeard?
He's rocking it though. It's coming in nice and like it looks. Cheers, buddy. Your beard looks good.
Does that feel sincere to you, Rod? What that beard just saying?
Sounds like
Redbeard, what are you doing? Are you complimenting his? Are you complimenting his facial hair like legitimately, or are you just like trying to compensate?
No.
No, you're not.
No. I'm not trying to compliment.
I really like
that. Fucking goddamn everything. I'm trying to give the guy a compliment.
That great beard you have.
Rod,
it's so
Redbeard,
great.
calm down. It's okay. Kill yourself.
Keep in mind, this is still online, guys.
Yeah,
I'm aware.
Yeah, I don't think Paul has cared about that at all tonight.
Oh no, that
Rod,
warning
I
isn't for
apologize.
Paul.
anything. Well, man, I love you, buddy. I'm just trying to give you a compliment. I'm sorry what happened. I don't know what the fuck happened. I'm just trying to be like nice to you and stuff, and fucking everything well for real. I don't know. Fuck you. Goddamn, I'll go for a pee. Goddamn. All I'm gonna stab you. Stab you.
He's not gonna do shit. He's in North Bay. He's in North Bay. He's not stabbing anyone. Well, let me take that back. He might be stabbing people, but he's not.
Just in North Bay though. No one cares.
Oh yeah. We wake up tomorrow and there's some pen reports of a stabbing in North Bay. We're not responsible.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah. Red beard
hi,
because
Rod.
he's super oppressed.
Your beard is almost as great as my beard. We almost got the great thing going on.
You join the club, Rod, of just greatness.
Yeah, greatness in your beard, Rod.
It looks super duper fantastic all the time.
We're gonna get all the bitches. All of us get
Gonna
all
get
the
all the
bitches.
gingers.
We're gonna get all the ginger bitches like Redbeard because he's a fucking bitch. We're gonna get all the bitches.
Listen, you guys got to take it easy on Redbeard. He's super oppressed as a ginger living in North Bay. Okay.
I'll tell you what. There's always that he should go fucking visit Greg and jump off the balcony.
Yeah.
But they're running a Christmas story marathon, and who gets abused? The ginger. Ralphie beats his ass.
That's true. Oh man.
It's a bad day for Redbeard.
I'm starting to believe the story.
Probably bring back flashbacks.
You know what? I was trying to be all nice and fucking be nice to you, Rob, but you're fucking being an asshole right now, buddy. You're not giving me any love back, you bastard. God damn it. Fuck you. Fuck you, man. You bastard. And Paul just always fuck you, I guess. Like, what the hell, man?
My God. Always fuck you.
I think ginger is technically a protected class of some sort.
Yeah. They always got to protect the weak and helpless scumbags.
But I'm for that, but I only care about the female gingers.
That's right, because they're the ones that need help.
Yeah, they're the ones that need my dick in their pussy.
Are you attracted to your own kind there, Redbeard?
What a fucking your own kind.
Well, I don't mean female gingers.
Am I attracted to humans? To human ladies?
I mean, are gingers humans?
No, they're not. No.
In the eyes of God, no, we have no souls. But aside from that, we're still
God doesn't exist.
Question's over. Done. No, you're not.
Well, I mean, let's put that to rest because God is
I have a serious question.
Thank you, Lee.
I have a very serious question. Should I drink an IPA or should I drink a Schwarzbier?
Probably
IPA.
about 64 ounces of water would be my recommendation.
Okay, IPA. IPA is the winner.
Paul obviously needs more alcohol in his system. Look at him go. He's still fine. He's fine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 beers. I'm fine.
You're good. He's just getting started. He's fine. He's fine.
Yeah, what are the average ABV of all those beers? They're not like 5%.
No, most of them are 6.8, but the one's 11.5 and the other one's 10. So
yes, he's fine. He's fine. He's somehow he's fine. And as far as me, yes, I do very much.
That's actually pretty low.
I a ginger lady can be a very sexy lady. I will breed with my own.
I'm very glad you answered the question.
No, yeah,
very mature of you.
I
appreciate.
I was there.
Yeah, I do appreciate that.
Good side track. I came back good for you, man.
I'm so glad you answered fucking Joe's eugenics question.
You know what you should do is if you find a fine ginger woman, you should use your own little nuances to get close to her before she gets spooked, and you should shuttle her to Lee.
Yes, I should pick somebody up and drive them. 3, 4, 5, 10 hours?
I didn't say that. I said
it's like 20 hours.
Is that how far? Seriously?
Get
Is it that far?
Yeah.
Get her on a plane.
Yeah. Really?
Actually, it's probably about 30 hours if you want to drive here.
That's fucking people have told me. I've never done it myself. Someday I want to do my kind of giant dream road trip.
One of these days you'll actually get outside your house. It'll be amazing.
Fuck you, asshole! I go outside every day.
Wow.
I want to drive from where I am across the country to BC, and then drive down to LA, kind of that area of the states, and then drive across to Florida, and then drive back up, and then drive back across. But people tell me that driving out of Ontario is like the longest part of driving across Canada. So if starting at your end,
I like
Lee,
the fact that you
that would be
said
even
like
more crazy. That's insane.
like, when you use your finger, you're like, okay, going over to Lee there is the longest part, and then LA is right there, and then you go up, and then the Florida's there for some reason, and then you go back up, and then
I went over. Okay,
your finger is very weird.
Okay, I'm sorry if my finger didn't do exactly what it would do on a map, and you can't realize what I meant.
I'm glad you clarified on a map.
I always apologize to women that my finger didn't do what it was supposed to do.
Yeah,
not on a map. Not on.
That's the standard Canadian.
Well,
it's
kind of a map.
I feel like, you know what though, like Paul, Bird and Hell, I feel like it went like down, across, and then up. Like you're like, I went no, Bird and Hell. I will watch the replay. God damn it.
Yo, you're seriously gonna watch a replay? That's on you.
No, I'm gonna watch this portion of
I'm just saying.
Any part of the replay.
And you will win nothing, my friend. Nothing.
I'm saying the clitoris can be a map.
A map of a lady's
hang on.
region.
Greg and Agnes, you both go to sleep and maybe turn off your mic. Thanks.
Yeah. And please, if you can, just hold your hands and jump off.
I think we actually have a repeat from last week now, where it's just like
Courtney Cox drew that map on Friends in episode.
Oh, damn right.
She drew a clitoris map.
7 different points. Like for Chandler, I believe it was for Chandler. She drew the map out and like
I don't know something about Courtney
Cox. It was funny.
Courtney Cox during Friends and her playing the person that was so desperate to get laid was very intriguing to me. That desperation. My biggest turn on.
It's just like she's like the hottest girl in the world.
Desperation.
The hottest girl, like not the hottest girl, but like a very, very, very attractive girl who just can't get laid. Like fuck off. Fuck off.
It doesn't exist.
Hey, Ace Ventura gave her a bunch of orgasms.
Yeah.
Well, he is a pet detective.
What's your favorite fucking
Nice.
What's your favorite one?
Yeah, what's up, Paul?
What is your most attractive a characteristic in a woman? Mine is desperation.
So you're going with like you're going with not physical characteristics, like you're going with like emotional characteristics.
Like you can see his mind trying to like, what outside of physical character? What is there again? I can't.
Joe, fuck you, buddy. You're a fucking asshole.
What is it? Kindness?
I I'd say like compatibility and being like
compatibility. Big tits.
I am going to slap you the first time.
No, you're not, because you're a bitch.
No, because I want to meet a person and be all nice and happy.
I will totally Bundy splash you like Hogan from WrestleMania 2. You have to tape up them ribs. You have no idea.
Yeah, you don't. I don't, and you don't. I will bite you. I will fucking rip your throat out with my teeth.
That's
I don't care.
To be expected from a ginger.
There you go.
Redbeard,
keeping the stereotype alive. Sorry, go ahead, Paul.
The first time I met fucking Joe, I raped him in a bathroom. So do you want that? Do you want that?
No.
Now, I want to clarify, it was not a bathroom. Let's just say that.
It was a rape, but it wasn't a bathroom.
This wasn't a bathroom.
Just knowing that is enough to just make me okay. I'm good now. I'm good. I'm happy.
I just want to, before I answer Paul's question, I just want to say, I'm sorry, Rod. Because he's just sitting there like lowering his head, like, what the fuck am I even doing on this chat?
Well, all of this would be better if just Redbeard would just not be.
It's like you got to put it to Rod. He's a good friend to even like fucking put up with us assholes.
It's all on me.
I'm sorry. At this point, like
I'm the one saying all this.
I got like a helicopter flying outside the house for some reason.
But it's just Santa. His sleigh broke down. Give him a break.
But to answer Paul's question,
I moved to South Central.
What a quality I like in a woman is fucking sass mouth. Like a really sexy woman who isn't afraid to fucking just like, yeah, fuck you, motherfucker. Like sass me,
back.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit.
Like shit talk, basically.
So just someone who's not going to take your shit.
Exactly. Someone who will shit talk me back. Like I can shit talk them and they can shit talk me back. And then we're gonna fuck afterwards.
Kind of any kind of normal person who can stand up for themselves.
And usually they're redheaded females because they're the best for
shiitake mushroom.
I don't know how
even though it's a stereotype, in my experience, it's almost 100%.
Most hot redheads are bitches.
In my experience, almost like 100% has always been. They've always been excitable shit talkers who are just wild. So
wild, very
Redbeard. Are you gonna let him sit here and talk about you like this?
And that's
I'm gonna get a fucking sex change.
Redbeard. I'm talking about female fucking gingers, Joe. So shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah. What I just said about taking offense. Yeah. I'm gonna get a sex change and jump in on this fucking awesome shit you're talking about.
No, just get away from me, Redbeard.
Like literally,
like right
Jesus
Christ.
You never know.
Don't put me off redheads because I'd be very disappointed.
Cause I'd be very disappointed.
I'd be lost. I'd be so lost. I'd be so fucking lost.
Redbeard's always lost though.
Shut up!
What?
Fuck you!
Oh, I can't hear you anymore. I cannot hear you anymore.
Because I'm happy to admit that my redhead obsession has gone to a weird degree where all of my official girlfriends have all been redheads.
Oh, I wish I could just get one.
Fuck you.
Hey, Redbeard, kill yourself, asshole. Fuck you.
Oh, hey, Paul, cut your own head off.
I will.
Okay, cool. Good. Do it. Nice.
It'll just grow back, so it's not like it's a big thing.
Probably grow back.
Any idea how much that stings?
He's like the Hydra. You fucking cut one off, two more.
Literally anything you say to Paul doesn't matter at any point. He's like the one guy you can literally never offend at any point in time.
I feel like he has like something up his ass. Like he's being a Joker. He's like,
yes, Joker. He does. Usually it's a penis. I told you earlier about
it. Or stick, out my ass,
Yeah, no big
deal. He just fucking muted you, Joe.
He did.
What a
face off on a mute you now, Joe.
I had to throw him wide in his face like one time, even though it like wasn't even effective at all.
I wasn't the guy screaming in the background that deserved to be muted.
Oh, yeah, because I was like, yeah, fuck you.
Wow.
Cool. What an assault. Like
oh my God.
Cyber assault on
having Mr. Canoe, Hoppy Red Ale by
nobody cares.
Cyber assault.
I don't care if anybody cares about you fucking
I hope it explodes and somebody blocks you on Twitter.
I hope it explodes. That's already in my fucking glass. This could randomly combust and just
it could. It could.
Yeah.
I hope it burns your fucking lower jaw off. Like, fucking...
Yeah.
I hope it burns your lower jaw.
Hashtag choke.
Take a big drink and just
exactly.
Disintegrate
body belt, motherfucker.
Good times.
Hashtag choke on your melted tongue.
Hashtag choke on your own fucking.
Oh, we have so much fun.
We do. It's enjoyable, and then people leave like Nick. Oh, it's 2:45. I gotta celebrate Christmas tomorrow. Not really.
With my retarded family. Oh shit!
I'm gonna go hang out by the Christmas tree at 10 a.m.
My mom invited me over for dinner tomorrow evening, so that's my only Christmas thing going on. On Christmas Day, anyway. So my family does Christmas after Christmas all the time, so it's fine. I do my Christmas shopping on Boxing Day. It's nice. Like,
well, I'm a sauce.
Is that like so? Wait, hang on, time out. Hang on. You can't just say that. Just go on. Your family celebrates Christmas after Christmas, and you buy all your presents on Boxing Day, which for any American viewers, that'd be December 26th. That's what happens in your family.
On my end of the family, I think everybody else buys presents before. But my two sisters both have boyfriend/fiance. Well, sorry, one has a fiance, one has a husband. So they want to do stuff with that family stuff. Mm-hmm. And on my end of the family, we're just like, doesn't really matter. Like, as long as the day that we get together and have a family time is Christmas. Who cares about the date? So myself, it's like, it's the last like 3 or 4 years. It's been after Christmas Day that we all been able to get together. People have to work or whatever shit's going on. So yeah, I go to the mall on Boxing Day, do all my shopping, get some good deals, and then there we go.
I feel like you've ruined Christmas.
Well, I mean, congratulations to you.
I feel like I made it better.
I just like how I always like, we don't really care about the date. There's a lot of people who do.
Well, there's
again,
a huge thing.
I
know.
It's just funny. The whole like, oh no, Christ, but like you fucking whatever. It's a holiday to get together with your family.
Arbitrary day.
Yes, thank you, Paul.
Yeah,
Again, like
congratulations to you, to your two sisters, and your future ex-husbands. And anyway, just go fucking kill yourself.
That was good. That was good. You can't even admit that was good. You can't admit that was good.
Fuck.
Holy
shit!
Like I don't like that.
Fucking beautiful.
Okay,
No,
thanks.
No, it was good.
That's so good.
I feel like Lee might need to change his pants. Maybe you peeing right now?
That was earlier
I'm all
tonight.
right. I haven't shit or pissed at all. It's good.
I don't know. Yes,
Tell
if
me
it's
later.
not already, it's close.
Something's gonna squeak out soon. Give it some time.
What are you doing, Rod, tomorrow? You going out to eat? Are you going over to family?
But he's going to the Y. You know he's going to the Y. That's right.
Here, go to the movies tomorrow.
Oh,
yeah.
What are you going to
I
see?
thought we already talked about that. He's going to the movies to see.
Phil wasn't here before.
I don't think I was.
We're gonna go see Vice.
Oh,
Because anytime I can laugh about Dick Cheney, I'm in.
yeah.
Dick Cheney.
I feel like the movie's not really gonna portray him in the most laugh at him kind of way. But
I got the feeling that it was going to be super comical, which is
Yeah.
in
That's what I
a
thought.
way a way it makes me feel like I don't want to watch it because I don't want to laugh with this motherfucker who's just like a piece of shit.
Well, see, in America, we can still laugh with it. I mean,
like,
Well, that's all we have is our laughter at this point in time, Rod. That's all we have.
I guess.
I guess.
I'm sorry, it's funny, like you say, it's a piece of shit. I'll kind of agree with you. You say like that he's not the biggest piece of shit that's come out of there, but
he's pretty big up there.
He's up there, but not the big again. But just the fact like that's the kind of thing that can get a movie made about you in the States.
Who the fuck is Dick Cheney?
Who is?
Wait, no, nobody said we're gonna actually like suss this out. Paul, are you being serious right now?
I don't know who Dick Cheney is.
Is Paul ever being serious? Well,
Yeah, but again.
yes. Everyone else, no.
I thought Dick Cheney was in some kind of like politician or something.
He is.
Okay.
He is also one of the worst war criminals of the 20th and 21st centuries.
He's the
Then
one.
why is he in a movie?
See,
Well,
I agree.
Because here's the reason why. Because America doesn't want to confront these people in any realistic way. They want to make fun of them in the movie.
Oh,
Okay, I forgive my ignorance for not knowing 100%. Is he not the one that shot somebody else in the face?
Shot
while
his
they're hunting?
lawyer in the face with
I
buckshot.
mean, they were
Yes.
quail hunting. He didn't fall back behind
Okay.
the line. I mean,
Yeah, that was So
They were.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like,
but again,
they were just
let's-
out for a
let's-
frolic and they were
let's-
quail hunting.
Let's make a movie about this guy. Like, what the fuck is going
That's
on in the world?
and apparently that's a part of the movie too, where he shoots.
You don't
his lawyer in the
understand
face.
American culture, Redbeard. It's what we
Yeah, I
do.
guess.
It's
Yeah,
what you
neither
do.
do I.
And I
Make
don't
fun
think
of-
I ever will. Like, if
America
I-
has trouble confronting things, so they have to put them in movies
Oh.
for people to actually
Yeah,
realize.
Dick Cheney is a war profiteer.
Okay, wait.
He made a lot of money off
funded,
of Iraq.
But
yeah,
right there, Rod, you just said they have to put stuff in the movie for people to realize. If that
Oh,
was
they didn't
true,
realize it.
school
They just don't
shootings
confront
and
it.
stuff after bowling for Columbine, you'd think maybe like stuff would.
Yeah,
like,
but
Paul,
Michael
how's that?
Moore-
How's that
Michael-
IP, Paul?
Michael Moore is kind of controversial in himself, so
he wasn't back then though. Back then, he
back
wasn't-
then too, yeah.
yeah, even back then, and it doesn't help that at that
Yeah.
point
He's not always the best messenger for stuff, even though he makes sense in a lot of it. He's just not always the best messenger.
Yeah,
No, he's actually
I'll
one of
give
the
you
worst. when you
he's
really
an
like
easy
found
he's
out.
an easy target to attack, and it doesn't help the fact that the gun lobby in the U.S. is so fucking strong that it just kind of supersedes anyone who criticizes them for the longest time.
Yeah, like valid point right there for sure.
All right, Paul, I already see where this is going. Everyone just move on to something else. Move on to something else. We're all friends. I don't.
I was looking around at the bird in his house. Like, there's a bird in my house.
Is there a bird in your house there, Paul? Is there a
There's something flying around. I don't know what's going on.
It's just like going into the whole. I don't want to.
I think there's a Bob Quail.
I don't want to jump over the edge in the gun debate thing, but like in Canada, the number of people that own guns is pretty fucking high. Surprisingly, considering the barely any gun deaths we have. In the States, the gun culture is just like here in Canada, I've never been anywhere in my life where I've been like in a situation where I'm gonna like confront somebody for whatever they did and be like, I'm scared this person might shoot me. In the States,
I haven't either. I'm in the States.
Okay, but that's awesome. That's awesome.
I've never been either.
I'm happy to hear that.
I've been in places where people have guns on their hips.
I'm happy again. I'm happy to hear that. But
you have to understand
Toronto,
the media sensationalizes a lot of stuff.
I've been to Toronto, which is like the biggest city in Canada, and like again, like just never really, but I've never really been in any kind of super. But just like, just you can't really deny. You could try, but you can't. The gun deaths that happen in America for like whatever crazy reason are just unbelievably high. It's nuts.
Who committed that crime, and was the gun registered?
I won't deny that at all. Again, though, it still doesn't like the whole thing. I'm saying is like the number of.
Let's get the facts.
Well, a lot of the mass shootings are registered. A lot of the mass shootings, just about all of them, they were bought legally.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Funny. Who are they done?
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter either way because the bottom line is that the availability of guns in America contributes to the massive amount of gun deaths either way, one way or another, whether they're illegal or legal.
Well, that's one of the biggest arguments people make. If they're not legal, they'll buy them. But like, look at Australia. Everybody in Australia had a gun. Yeah. And then there was this huge incident, and the government was like, you know what, people, we need to take this is fucking too much. It needs to stop. And people are like, you know what? That's the big difference. Though is like in Australia, they were like, you're right. Have our gun. In America, people be like, no, you can't have our guns. You can't.
They took away guns in Australia, and then their crime went up 90%.
It didn't though.
Yes, it did.
In the 90s, we did.
Want to look up to those?
In the 90s, they did ban assault rifles.
You give me whatever information. It doesn't really matter.
In the 90s, they did ban assault rifles.
Well, okay, see right there. That's the best. That's the best.
Give me some fake. Give me some fake information,
okay.
And then there we go.
Because anything that you didn't look up is not right.
All polls.
Thanks. Thanks for making me all enthusiastic.
And this is why we don't talk politics.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, Redbeard always wants to make it a big fucking deal and make everybody hate each other. Because that's what he does.
Just listen.
What the fuck was that? I always want to make everybody hate him.
He wants to fucking start a fucking fight every time.
Wow, it was the best beer you drank tonight. I don't know. I don't like the weather outside.
Exactly like every time Nick comes on, he wants to talk about the whole.
I'm enjoying my sleeping giant. Can you head right now, Mr. Can you head?
Yeah, you know what? Bottom line, crime might have went up in Australia, depending on what fucking poll or fucking statistic you want to fucking draw upon. But the fact of the matter is, it wasn't fucking people being fucking knocked to death by guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. That's like
steak knife sales went through the roof, though.
God damn you!
A few stabbings compared to mass shootings. I will take that every goddamn time.
Yeah.
The more people that die, the happier.
Anybody see there's a statue, like a memorial kind of thing? I guess a tribute, or I don't know how you say it.
Yeah, we have the Rockies.
Someone in Britain, in Great Britain, somebody made a statue, this giant statue called like the Angel of something, maybe death, but I don't want to say death. This huge statue of an angel, and it's completely built out of confiscated knives. And it's actually a pretty impressive thing to see.
Why is there?
Individuals
And
not.
there's still
In
there's
Britain, like because in Britain there is pretty much no gun crime. So people go for knives.
Wait.
Actually,
Here's my
Britain does
question.
have gun crime.
It's
though.
actually
They've had-
they are
they've had some
compared
stuff.
Compared to places like America.
Now, if you said
Britain
Japan,
has
Japan
pretty
has
much
no gun crime.
No gun crime. Like Britain, yeah, there is some.
It's-
But
it's
again,
minute.
compared to America,
No. The percentage comparison of gun crime from any country to America is fucking minimal. It's fucking retardedly minimal.
Yeah.
But here's my question:
What's the per capita? What's the per
that-
capita fucking ratio too?
that statue with all the knives. Has anyone ever thrown themselves into it to commit suicide?
That'd be kind
just
of
got
funny.
made, so you know. I at the same time, I'd imagine because it's that much of an issue over there. I'm hoping, assuming they placed it in such a place that you
With
can't
knives,
really,
though? Like,
you
you
can't
can't
really,
use
you
all
can't really
knives.
get the right angle without getting off a building or something to get that suicide thing. I'd hope, hopefully.
You
Well,
know,
I
actually,
think
the funny thing is, per capita, there's actually more tornadoes per capita in England than there is America.
The United
Isn't
States
that-
has the most active tornado.
No, but per capita,
Tornado.
Okay, like
England has more.
fuck your per
tornadoes.
capita shit. Look at everybody.
capita,
Every other
there's more
statistic.
tornadoes.
The United States is the most tornado, and
Yes,
surprisingly,
but per
the funny
capita-
thing is,
Tornadoes?
Canada, surprisingly,
I've
I've never
to
experienced
say,
one or been
you
even
wanna
near
make
one.
An argument. I'm just saying, per
Canada
capita, there's more
is number
fucking
2.
tornadoes.
Canada's number 2.
I'm
Can't
not
forget it.
arguing that. I'm
What
just
the
saying
fuck
per
is
capita,
happening?
there's more tornadoes
Per
in
capita,
England.
per capita,
But you
per
don't
capita.
argue about other things. It's kind of funny.
it's a really weird argument to bring into the conversation. Just saying.
Well, I'm just saying
I
per
agree.
capita. I'm just saying.
And that train
Are
really
you
went
saying
off the
that?
tracks.
Yeah, I
there.
don't know what's happening right now, but I
I'm
wish.
saying per
That
capita.
train
I'm just
wrecked
saying.
a while ago.
All right, look, here we're just gonna end this. Let's move on. For fuck's sakes, let's talk about Star Trek. Not really, but let's do it. But not really, but maybe, but
Oh,
don't.
for God's sakes, let's not ever talk about Star Trek again.
Please
You know
don't.
what?
But please do, but
Like
don't.
it. Let's do it.
No.
I'll vote that Star Trek because Paul's
No, no.
Remember the Tribbles? No.
Yeah, I like trouble with tribbles. I have no problem with that. But I was so happy when my phone died during that last fucking rant you guys were going on.
What we mean the Star Trek? I think I passed out at some point. Either my heart gave out on me, my valve stopped working,
something
or
stopped.
subconsciously I was just like, no, yeah. But that's seriously. That's why talking about politics when everybody
That's
has
why
strong,
I don't fucking do it.
yeah,
I don't
everybody
like
has
doing
strong-willed opinions. That's fine, but like that's you keep that out of the forums where we're just hanging out on a hangout. It's just,
Yeah, but Redbeard just seems to fucking love doing it. I don't know what it is.
I will say this: I'm not going to say who I agree with or whatever because it doesn't matter. But yeah, Redbeard, that's like the 6th time you've brought up gun
Yeah,
laws
Redbeard just
on a
always
hangout.
fucking
That's better. I
thanks,
know.
Redbeard just
Thanks,
always
Joe.
doing a
I'm
challenge.
Thanks, Joe. It's
I
all
know
me. It's all me. It's all me. It's
No.
all
Yeah,
me.
he's like,
It's all me.
Yo, look at
I'm
me.
gonna
Look
need you.
at me.
I'm gonna
Give
need
me
you to settle down.
attention. I
I
want
don't care what
I'm
you
a-
need me to do.
I'm gonna need you to.
I don't care what you
settle
need me
down.
to do. Fuck
You
you.
can.
Fuck
I'm
your
gonna need you
needs.
to settle- I'm gonna need you to settle down.
You're
You
gonna
talk
need
about
it.
you talk
need
about
it?
American guns.
You
You
need
can
it?
thank us for the shot glass because it
I'm-
was
I'm-
created back in
yeah.
the Western days.
I just want to talk about.
I don't use a shot glass ever.
tornadoes.
Like ever.
If it wasn't for American guns, you wouldn't have a shot glass.
And I'd probably get by without
If it
I
wasn't
guess.
for American guns, you wouldn't have Canada or England.
No,
or
like
anything. They'd all be
America.
different.
Stop talking
Gun-
about this. You're
guns-
I thought.
Guns have done like although can any of us really like
If
think
you didn't
about-
have guns,
think about-
Kiss would have
wait,
never had love
no.
gun. I mean,
Think about this. Imagine being back in the day where
George
like
Grant would have never had Bob gun. I mean,
Hey,
Hey,
we're all back. We're all
bro,
back in the day.
no,
We're all back in
you want the
18.
Calm down.
18,
Gotta have that funk.
whatever. And like,
Amelia Estevez would never had young guns.
I'm trying to say something. Oh my God. Everyone, I'm just trying to say something. Just try to imagine all of us, Paul. Please,
Everyone calm down.
People.
Calm
I'm
down.
just trying to like imagine all of us being back in like the 18
I'd
whatever
have
it was.
bacteria.
As a
Or
black
like-
guy at a panel, I would rather.
No,
Yeah, right. Right. That's
again. I'm just trying to say something.
Doesn't
Like,
matter.
God damn it.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go back. You can't make me.
I'm not saying we have to.
Century. Rod's
I'm just saying,
here. Let's
take a small portion of your imagination and imagine we're all back in like that days. And
I'd be a slave too. Right?
Shut up for a second, please.
I have to find a gender.
Thanks, man. Everybody, you're all just like, I'm gonna fucking stab myself on this.
Good.
Okay.
One time we can let you imagine how it feels when you go over everybody. This is exactly how.
This is that. Okay, fair
Go
enough.
pick a potato, eh?
Fuck you, Joe. Fuck you, Joe. I've been very good with that lately.
I know, but I just say this is how it
yeah. Okay, I'm just saying, like,
don't mimic if you fucked up.
Oh, because you would never do that to me at all.
I never mimic you. I make fun of you. I don't mimic you.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Okay, Red, go ahead, Red.
Can I? Can I though? Like, can I actually?
May you?
No.
Oh, fucking may I?
May
okay.
May you?
I'm just saying, like, back when, like, the days of the, like, people get in fights and they walk into the streets and shoot each other.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, like, these kind of stupid fights back in the day?
Oh, are you talking
getting
about,
into
I've lived in New York.
I would walk out into the street and shoot you in the face 18 times, Paul. I'm just gonna tell you right now.
He said,
you can't fucking
18 times.
Canadian.
You know most people like miss each other.
No, sorry. Unlike you, my faggot Canadian ass can shoot something, and he can do it quite legally without any kind of actual shit behind him. Fuck yourself, asshole.
Well, that's why we created breakdancing. So
I'm calling Paul out. Next viral Beertube video.
I don't know what a bundle of sticks Canadian is, but that's interesting.
I'm shooting Paul in the face. Paul's going down.
With what? Your semen? Settle down.
I don't care. You know what? Here,
an eye.
Legally, I can get a gun.
Shoot Paul's eye off.
I can get a gun here pretty quickly, reasonably.
Take your eye out.
Oh,
damn it, Ralphie.
That's it. I'm shooting Paul.
All right. Lee, are you awake? If so,
Oh yeah.
I can't believe you haven't said anything. It's like
I'm shooting Paul. That's all it is.
It's getting close.
Yeah, it's getting close. Yeah, no, it's that's what I'd like to say. That's talking politics. It's just not even with like good friends and stuff. It goes sideways. Probably shut it down.
I'm kind of thinking we might shut it at least offline. If we want to continue this bullshit offline, we should do it. But it's 3:26 a.m. right now for me right now. So yeah.
Merry Christmas.
So to quote the great and not so great Bill O'Reilly, fuck it, we'll do it offline. Is that what you're saying?
I don't think that's one of his quotes, but yeah, we should probably do that. So I will just reiterate to all the panel and to all the people watching right now and all the people who will watch, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that fucking bullshit. And we'll take it offline and probably even say more offensive things than what we said on the live stream.
I don't think
and you'll never know about it. You'll never know, and you will be killing yourselves, dying to know what we said offline, but we'll never tell you. And that's just one of the mysteries of the universe that you'll have to live with. But hopefully you can
killed those women.
Chris Peters indeed killed those women, and I just want to reiterate: Chris Peters' girlfriend, get away from that man. Leave him. Get out of there while you still can. You have a child. Get out of there. That guy looks like a fucking potato. Don't let him be the father of your fucking child. Find a better man.
Oh my.